Welcome to another show. This is your boy, Chester Searles, where money rules the world with my co-hosts, AZ My Zone and Black Hands.
Welcome to Happy Face. It's so great to have you all here with us today. We've got a fantastic show lined up, so get ready to enjoy some fun and insightful discussions with our wonderful guests. Ready?
Do you want a revolution? I'm going to have Wanda stand up here. Wanda, please. Wanda told us earlier this month that she could not have a baby anymore. So I impregnated her with the word of God. I'm going to impregnate with the word of God. You're going to get pregnant with the word of God. You're going to get pregnant with the word of God. You're going to get pregnant with the word of God. Impregnate.
You're backwards.
Somebody in the congregation asked why I'm wearing Christian Dior and Christian Louboutins. Because I'm a Christian and I walk in the blood of Jesus. Give him some praise. I'm a Christian first and I walk in the blood of Jesus. Give him some praise. Give him some praise. So we are funds for a project in Zimbabwe. Yes, we are trying to get our congregation over in Africa. Amen. We wanted to raise $4 million.
You can't help but laugh.
Hallelujah. That needs to appear today. We are not letting anyone leave until we reach our goal. Amen. Hallelujah. Life savings here. Give him some praise for that. Give it his life savings up. Apostle Richie says, baby, can you help me? I said, can you help me? I said, can you help me? I'm going to finish this word here. Do the Christian version. Don't worry about it. I'm going to do the Christian version. I'm driving this Bentley Bentayga because I believe in Christ. Can you leap on your legs like a survivor? Can you leap on your legs till the money fall out your pocket? Jesus, you are, Jesus, you are, Jesus, you are.
Still praise the Lord.
I need to pray for my wife. Hey, come on, man. Hey, get your hands off my car. You gave tithes and offering? No. Shut the fuck up, man. What's wrong with you, man?
All right, now we're gonna go into the what 100 got to say about Gucci Man, and then we're gonna expound on it.
Other people have been tapping in about it, but the story that's going around that everybody's scared to report on, and this is just a rumor, is that basically Pooh Shiesty and Choppa Gang ran down on Gucci Mane, relieved him of some of his possessions, and basically forced him to sign a contract releasing Pooh Shiesty from 1017, the label. A couple industry insiders, just to get their thoughts, like, yo, you think this is true? They all heard the same rumor as me, and they all weren't able to confirm 100%.
We haven't heard Gucci Man mention any of this. And why would Pooh Shiesty's team put that out when this is identical to the same type of case, controlling case, he just did time in the feds on?
And I agree. That sounds insane to get out of doing 4 years in the feds and then immediately do something that would basically get you right back in the feds.
No. That's not insane. Insane is your team putting that out there in the streets.
But nobody's putting it out there. This is just
somebody had to put it out there.
Listen, loose lips sink ships. I've just been hearing about it. I'm guessing that they're probably trying to not have it be out there because nobody wants to see Pooh go back to the feds.
We haven't heard Gucci Man say anything.
Would you if you got the shit beat out you and had all your shit took?
That's my point. So that means it would have to come from the Pooh Shiesty side.
Listen.
He's still in the fucking halfway house.
That is true.
So,
all right, fellas. I guess we'll start with the Druski, man. This guy is diabolical, man. He ain't missing.
I've waited years for somebody to do that.
Well, he finally did it. He did the NASCAR race and all that shit. That shit was legendary, funny. Like, this guy is not fucking missing, man.
Nah. I got to give him his props for exposing bullshit, even though it's funny. You know what I'm saying?
That's what they saying, though, man. That comedians are able to relay the truth at a rate where we wouldn't even understand. You get what I'm saying? Like, they're telling the truth at a rate that where the real people in life are really not catching a lot of this shit that they are throwing at us. Did y'all see the rebuttals of these pastors, man, or no?
I heard like rumblings about it, but I didn't give it much prop because I considered it people who don't want the truth to be exposed. Some people want to keep their head in the sand. You know, me and my sister years ago, when we was trying to start a business, made jokes about a clothing store called Pimps and Preachers. And we was like, if we made this store, we'd catch so much flack for it. But who is the sharpest dudes in the game? Pimps and preachers are the two best dressed motherfuckers you'll ever see. And it was going to be a clothing store. But the name we knew was going to spark controversy. So here it is all these years later, 20 years later, Druski is just exposing. Now, mind you, I can go deeper than that because it ties in with Minnesota and all them folks going in that church. And you're going to see a lot more of it soon because it says biblically they're going to attack anything Christ-like. Now, what I'm saying is a church to me don't represent that. It's in you. But that's going to come down the line. What you're seeing now is people who gave all this money, believed in all these fake dudes, and being exposed. And that was a funny thing. Because if you look at it from a real standpoint, if I was somebody young, I'm like, man, I'm not giving my money in offering. Motherfucker ain't going to do nothing but buy a car. We've been making fun of people from our own city that we know personally. Whether they ex-drug dealers and still moving weight, whether they, got ATMs in the back of their church. I mean, come on, this has been. Now Druski's doing it and exposing it in a funny way, but he exposing it.
He exposed it. AZ Mazon, you there? I see you pulled up again. Is you going to say something today? What's happening?
I'm in this thing.
What's happening? What's on your mind, brother? What's happening? Good to see you.
Man, that shit with Druski, man. That motherfucker so goddamn funny, man.
That's just funny now.
Hey, man, dude's so funny, man. Like, hey, he calling it out just like he did with the redneck white boy. You know what I'm saying? Like, he hitting the shit right on the nail. And it's good that everybody can, laugh about it, even though they know the shit true. You know what I mean? Like, but only black people be having problem with the church jokes the most. You know what I mean? Because
that's about who said something.
yeah, that's the demographic that gonna have a problem with it the most because they know it's true and they still participate.
Yeah, but that's the cycle of, bro. We got it's a lot of dummies, man. We got, man, and the church figured it out. I mean, the people who have figured it out, there's so many people out here that don't have their backbones, don't know how to whatever. If you go to a church, you're probably gonna see a lot of single women. I don't know. I haven't been in a while, and I'm not trying to knock the church or anything like that, or I'm not advocating for it, but it's a deeper thing than, I don't know. You know, my younger me would have been like, man, Druski in trouble because God gonna get him. He should have
Nah.
never said that. He said Jesus, and I would have been like, wow.
You know what you sound like right now, Cheddar Bob? And that's funny. The old Negro spiritual. My God, the church, you don't put your hands in your mouth on a man of God.
Yeah.
And you know how I can say that because my daddy a preacher.
Yeah.
So, I've heard that the course of my life. I broke the news to him before TD Jakes ever got exposed. And I was like, something ain't right with that dude. And me and him almost got in a fist fight. For real. I put that on my hands. Because it was you won't never put your mouth on the hands of God. So you know who the first person I sent the video to when he got exposed at the Diddy parties?
Your pops.
Because I wanted him to understand. Like, bro, I ain't telling you this for joke. I'm a realist. I'm a human being and I see this shit for what it is. So shout out to Druski for exposing it, whether it was funny or not. You know what I'm saying? And it was funny. Please believe me, it was funny as fuck.
Listen, the reason why it's so funny is it's the shock value of the fucking video, man. And people are not used to this. And I don't know if y'all remember though, but Eddie Murphy did it on Saturday Night Live. He turned all white. He was a white man on the bus, and he they were giving him free shit, and he was just like, what the fuck? The last black person got off the bus, and they had a party on that motherfucker. And it was like, the shock value of this shit is like something that we just don't get to really appreciate at the time, because what's next? We're always waiting for what's next. Who's going to do the next?
I'm gonna shock value and say one more time. It ain't what people do for money, it's what will motherfuckers do for money. You got to let that.
I need to ask that. What won't a motherfucker do for money? Shit. What won't a motherfucker do? And if you can't and go back to that Corey Holcomb shit, and I hate to be on that shit, but that's why you got to stand on something as manhood or something. That's the only thing you got. So that it's weird, man, that, I just, life and everything that everybody got to live, man. There's something called respect and treating people how we want to be treated. So it's neither here nor there about any of that shit, but Druski is touching on fucking hot points, and he's getting to the core of this fucking America shit that we are living in, man. Like, it's a bunch of bullshit that we can't even come together, man, and do stuff together. But we're talking about we gonna go and go to church, but motherfuckers can go to church and do something there, but won't come together outside the church and build something. But
man, you see, you look at all them people that's protesting, man. You can't even get them together in the name of God. Fuck the church.
Yeah, you can't
even get that many people together for the same thing in the name of God.
Man, you can't get the building together. Period. Without God, without nothing, you can't get people to do stuff together. I'm telling you. This shit is the craziest shit, but we can go and do all this other shit as masses. We can go, everybody, here go. What's crazy is the tenderism guy. He got everybody in that motherfucker. He don't even own the motherfucker.
Wait a minute, I'm finna take you to the level. Look who got away with it, Medea. Okay? All the church posts, he played the church post to the left. All the plays and all that.
All that bullshit.
They accepted him dressed, knowing that was a man dressing up in a woman's outfit. And then he comes out after he made all that money, get his own studio, his own movie studio on Oprah. He comes out on Oprah and said, I have been tampered with. And people didn't understand. Some of them, that's messed up. But no, he was already a card-carrying member of the group. And he got paid off you dumb motherfuckers watching the movies, going to the... He's a man of God. No, you got deceived. And now he's an out in the open gay man.
So he can't be a man of God and be part of the community.
You can be not a part of that society.
Why not?
I'm sorry. I gotta be the one to say something about that. Then I don't think so at all, because I don't know nothing about that. You know what I'm talking about? I don't know that lifestyle to even really talk about it. So I don't know.
But no, what I'm saying is you can't, live your lifestyle and be Christian.
Well, I guess you can, because if you can murder and
be a
still
part
go
of
to
the church.
Man, people. One thing. Let's stop playing this game though, because I feel like it's a game that we're not particularly on the panel playing, but I'm just talking about all worldwide. You know what I'm saying? Playing this game, all these religious groups are not creeds and cults. Like, let's just call it what it is. Like, no, because if you go by the criteria of what the Christian faith says in the Bible, if you go by those are sins. Those are like unforgivable sins. You can't be continuously going against something that's against the laws of God, basically the laws of the Christian creed.
But we
And
all go against the laws though.
it's just I'm talking about I ain't talking about what's right and what's wrong. I'm talking about the facts.
But I'm saying we all go against what you saying sins. We all go against the sins though.
That's why God said repent.
We all go
But
against the
it's a
sins.
law. But these are the laws. These ain't just
But if
you know,
if
these ain't
you're
just
not
sins.
repenting,
These are bylaws on how you supposed to be living your life. So you can't be in a continuous state on
How
wanting
can
to
how can
indulge in that activity,
but
because a form of repentance is not by voice, it's not by lip
but
service,
how
it's
can you
actually about
judge
action.
somebody for living that way when you don't live correct? How can you judge?
See, that's the thing about these creeds. You see what
wait a
I
minute, wait a
mean?
minute. We can say
That's the
whatever
thing about
we
these
want to say.
creeds.
We, according to the Bible, I'm not God. So I ain't
Right.
got to answer to him. But same thing with Druski, exposing what he exposing. He not going to get in trouble for that, because God said in the Bible it's going to come a time where they go against the church and it's going to be set up. Too. Somebody gave Druski the green light to come at the church world like that, because there's a lot of people.
How
What's
did
that
he
going to
come
make
into
up?
how did he come into a world? I'm confused.
The church world.
Well, how did he go into a world? It's always been there.
It's always been there, and it's been needing to be exposed.
So
Truthfully, it's
you
been.
don't you don't you
Hold
don't
on,
think
let's not move it. Let's not move all around. Let's stay right where we was at from stuff that I said. I want him to like pick up on that and stay. You know what I mean? So we can rectify where he was gonna come off back what I said. You see what I'm saying? Because now it's gonna
And
move
I
to a
get it.
whole nother element. I guess want him to finish what he was, trying to rebuttal off what was just said first before we
you
move
you,
it into
you said
another
it's
form of the
you
conversation.
said all these creeds and sins. So you don't sin? You never sin?
See, that's the thing about it. Yeah, I sin, but the thing about it is, this is not about me. We're having a discussion, and that's one thing that happens in this setting that we have, is that we forget
No,
that this is
I'm
not.
just
Hear
trying
me out. Hear me
to
out. Hear me out.
go
Hear me
ahead.
out. We forget that this is not just a conversation among us. We're not just
But
sitting here just kicking it. This is this
nobody's saying
when some,
that. Nobody's
I
saying
know,
that.
but you asked me a personal question. Like, what does that question have to
But you're
do for
being
the information we're trying to
but
share with
you're
the panel?
but the information you giving this person.
I'm not judging me myself. If you listen
All
to
I
the concept of my answer, I'm not judging. You
all I
asking me
said
how
was
can I judge it?
no.
I'm not saying.
All I'm saying is, what did I say
Or
though?
you was just saying hypothetically.
All I
You
was saying is
like
that
hypothetically.
yeah, this is hypothetical. Like we've all seen. That's all I'm saying. We've all seen.
Okay, hypothetically, like
so. You still go. We still go into the church, right?
Though. That's a rhetorical question, though.
We still go into the church, though. So no matter what he does outside the church, it's his business.
The thing about it is just like we have these conversations a lot on here, on this show. I see we always have the conversations on what people do and how people do it and the contradictions in the behavior of thereof, right? But we gotta just look at shit for what it is, man, and not what it should
so
be.
you want to right or wrong. So you want somebody to just say it's wrong. It's wrong. It's wrong. That's basically what you're saying.
No, I want people to call it what it is.
That's what I'm saying. It's wrong. It's wrong. Okay, it's wrong.
No,
that's what I'm saying.
Both entities manipulated.
Like what you just said. What you just said. Hear you out though, because you don't understand what he just said about him going to church and having a private life outside of the church, right? Has nothing to do with the two, right?
That's what he said.
But that's what you said. That's what C said. CJ said that. So how can that be when the basis of the faith is on what you do in private? You see what I'm saying? Like, you can't have it both ways, man. You want to be a part of this. You want to be a part of this community, which is a religion, which is a community of people who have the same base spiritual beliefs and values. You want to be with that community. The community is against the lifestyle you want to live. So stop saying you're a part of that community because you don't want to do what's necessary to be a part of that community. That's what the misconception is. And when I said that we always had that conversation, we just had a similar thing talking about a person faking it.
So because
like
I lived
a gang member into the gang members. Until gang member activities start happening, it's the same shit.
So because I live this certain way, I'm stricken from the church because I live this way. That's what you're saying. Because everybody else in here,
if you don't repent, and that's according to the Bible, yes, you are stricken. If you do not repent.
So if I repent, I can live my homosexual lifestyle.
No.
How can you repent without?
Because you haven't truly repented.
Behavior. You got to change the behavior. You can't just say, "Oh, I'm sorry. I know this is wrong."
I mean, but here you go.
But repentance is not. Repentance does not stop you from being able to go to church. Like I don't have to repent to go to church and be a part of a church community. I don't have to repent because you don't know if I repented.
If I kill somebody, I still could go into the church. What are we talking about?
I'm definitely welcome to the church because you don't know if I repented.
To the church.
That's not your business if I repented. Your job is to teach, is to heal as the church. And even way, from what I know about the Bible, the church is not even real. It's a social construct. The church is what we're doing right now. This is the church.
So the church is in you.
I was going to make that point too.
This is the church.
I was going to make that.
So we can't say.
I was getting there, but I was letting it go.
We can't even go to about some church that's not even real. It's not real. A pastor is not real.
We're talking about brick and mortar. But what we are talking about when it comes to the Druski thing is you have people, I don't care if it's Catholic, Methodist, they go to church and 3 times a week, 2 times a service, they giving out their money for somebody to have a helipad and drive the latest car.
But that's the choice they make. That's the choice they make.
They made that choice.
But the people, what I'm saying is Druski's making fun of the people that are being deceived.
Yeah.
He's not
you want to call the name of Jesus.
I think it's both. I think it's both ways, though. I think it's both ways that he is exposing the used and the user.
Yes, he is.
He is doing both. He's telling both sides of a story to the point where even the preacher. Here go was sad. He could have been doing it about the crowd, and here it is.
Look, y'all want to hear something real funny? T.D. Jakes preached a sermon about getting a blowjob. God, have you ever been swallowed?
No, he did. That wasn't what the sermon was. That's not what that wasn't about. No, you gotta look into the full context. You gotta look into the full context.
Stop watching.
But,
y'all gotta stop watching clips, man. Y'all gotta.
But the church itself, though. There's no rules. The rules on the church. Man. The rules on the church are what they choose to operate under, as long as their guidelines are by the Bible, meaning that whatever the rules are. But the church can operate. We could get the pastor a helicopter if we see fit that he needs a helicopter. Can you hear me?
He's going in and out.
If we see fit that the pastor need a helicopter, then he gonna have a helicopter at our church, because that's how we operating from under the guidelines of what we need him to do to be able to service us. Because we might be some people that want to have a helicopter one day or whatever, But I don't think there's restrictions on what the pastor should have or shouldn't have, long as they support it. If they support it, that's cool. So that's what made Druski Skits so powerful, was that it's subjugated to whatever you believe. There's no right and wrong. I think he was just making fun of it because he like, yo, what have it turned into? What has it become?
Not only that, though, listen, it is a hustle. Let's just keep it 100.
It's not a hustle. It's not a hustle.
Hey, listen.
It's not a hustle.
Listen, though. Listen. The point I'm making before you say it's not a hustle. Before you say it's not a hustle, listen to the point I make.
Go ahead.
Well, blatantly, if it's not a hustle, well, why in the hell hustlers get involved with it and become successful?
Why? Because they fun.
Every pastor is not to the level of a mega church pastor.
Yeah.
Every pastor is.
Them pastors up there losing money for the most part.
It's more pastors that work not.
People losing money.
It's more pastors.
They probably losing money. Okay.
If you're in a community of 400 people, yeah, you losing money.
Right. Most of the churches are losing money.
If you in Texas and you preaching about feeling good, yeah, they gonna, in today's world, they're gonna pass you a check. But if you
that ain't true though.
That's not true, man.
It's too many churches out here, so you don't. For every successful church you see, there's 100 that's failing.
It's 100 that's failing.
For every successful church.
Listen, that's the thing about it. He about to make a point. Hey, listen, hear him out though. He about to make a point that blends with the narrative y'all just said. With those statistics, he about to make a point.
No, he's not.
Yeah, I don't know if that's the point, because
where was you going with that? Where was you going with that, Money?
Oh, the point is the church on every corner.
So every church on every corner is not a mega church, though.
It don't matter in your mind what a mega church is what a mega church is. You just said it. So
I know, but that don't got nothing to do with the conversation, though. If it's a mega church or not, a church is a church. If it's being misused and being manipulated, if it's being misused, like what he was alluding to in the video, well, it applies. It don't need to be a mega church.
He did say it.
It don't need to be a mega church.
He said, praise God for Sister such and such for giving up her life savings.
Yeah, he's not talking about just mega churches. We just talking about the whole scope of it.
Well, I think that's what those people want to do, right? I think that's relegated to the person who feels they want to give their life savings. Give your life savings, because that's what you believe in the bigger picture. But to say it's a hustle, I don't agree with that, because there's so many churches failing.
Well, would you?
Hold on, I'm not finished. Hold on. I think it could become a hustle. Yes, okay. It can become. If you don't operate it within the guidelines that of how the successful churches do it, it can end up being a hustle. But I don't think it is a hustle. I think it end up being one once they see, like, oh my God, y'all, we actually filling this basket up every week. We actually growing members exponentially by 2.5 people every Sunday. I think then, anybody could become greedy. That's just human nature. You know,
Okay.
so I think that's the back end of the business, but the front end, I don't think any of
That's
those
a
guys
great way
go
to
into.
look at it too.
Yeah, I don't think they go into it like, man, it's about to be a hustle. I think they go into it because they love people, and people have relegated them with a powerful voice, and they have influence. And so
Well,
that most of those guys put
doggone
up.
it, if I wasn't scared of God, I'd
Hold
be
on,
rich.
I'm just saying, a lot of those guys put up their last for that church. Go into it and say, man, if I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it for the Lord because I done so much wrong. I done lost so many good people. God gave me an option to turn my life over right here and right now. And a lot of those
It's
guys
other
do.
ways. It's other ways you can do that with signs of kindness that you can do privately without having to go and give your money to no goddamn church.
And I
Like
was gonna
let's
say,
just
you
call
do
it what
know
it
it's
is,
in the
man.
Bible.
Because everybody, we gotta look at it and call it what it is and be serious, man. Like everybody that's in the world, majority of us that is in the world are sheep, man. We, we,
Yeah,
we are sheep. Most of us are sheep, dog. And we just gotta call it what it is. Like it's funny because it's true.
We know it. We
You
know
ever
it's
had a
true.
conversation? You ever had I'm just talking about for real, and I'm not trying to make it seem like I'm better or anybody else is better. We are human. We are trying to figure this shit out called life and make it work to our advantage. We are trying to capitalize off this shit called life, whether we doing a good job or a bad job. It's up to God. But at the end of the day, you gotta look at it just like this, because I want to cover another point too about what he said, where gay people or something and can't come. And I hate to say it outwardly like that, but I'm tired of running around the goddamn word, saying that they can't come and be a Christian, right? I guess gotta say that point before I close. No. You ever heard of the Knights Templar? They had a form of spirituality for people that wanted to be in that type of it's like centuries ago.
well,
It was a
in the
secret
Bible,
society.
God
That that's
destroyed two
that that's
cities over that.
that's their way of life. That's what you go to believe in.
But to show people that God did not agree with that, unless we gonna say the Bible's fake,
I'm saying
that's
it's
still in the
people.
Bible that He destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah for that.
I know that's what I'm saying. So why
To
would you want to
show
be
that
with
He
that
did
group
not
if
approve
you
of
want to
that,
do
He
that type
destroyed
of
two cities.
life?
The church has already accepted. Has already accepted them.
No,
No,
man
what
has
you see what I'm
accepted.
saying?
The church
It
has
ain't
Man
already.
has
it ain't the church.
accepted.
The
It's
church
just
has already
those
opened its
people.
doors. The church have already opened their doors to him.
Well, if they don't repent, I
That's
feel
not the
The,
bad
church.
for them.
the only way your point is valid is if they put a stop to it from the very beginning. It's already there. We already here.
I
But
know
not
you
You
don't
can't
every,
go back
understand.
and
I'm gonna
You
go
don't
police
by
it
what
understand
you
now.
what
said.
you
Not
don't
every
understand
church
what.
goes along with that.
Let me just say so. Hey, one at a
Hold
time.
on though. Hold on. Let me say this. I ain't gonna say nothing else on it. It doesn't. It don't. You steady saying they already accepted it. That's not the church of Jesus. That's not the church of Moses. That's why I'm saying it's just a church. It's not the church.
And
You
matter of
steady
fact,
saying
they
you
serving
steady
a
saying
different
the
God.
church. You steady saying the church. It already accepted. Those are not the church. The churches of the teachings of Jesus, the teachings of Moses, the
So
teachings
where's
of
that?
Solomon.
Where's that at? Where's that
Those
located? Those churches you speak of? Where are those located?
Guess what?
They
Those the
don't
one.
exist.
Hey, listen.
They
Hear
don't
me out. Hear
exist.
me out.
What are the,
If you
They
if,
what
don't
are those
if you
exist.
want to ask
I
a
would like to.
question and
I would like
answer
to
it,
know.
or you want to
I
hear the
would like to
answer,
know what. I would like to know where they're located. You
do you
tell
do you
me
want to
where
hear
they're
the
located.
question? Do
I'm
you want to
asking you a
hear? Do you want
question.
to hear
I'm
the
asking
answer,
you a
or
question.
do you
I'm
want to keep
asking it.
talking over me?
I'm asking where are they located? That's all I'm
The-
asking.
These the churches that you talk about that nobody that don't get a lot of funding and everything. These the
All
churches
right, there.
that's
I was
being
going.
outcasted. These the churches that probably don't have as much monetary budget as others. You know why?
My
Because it's
zone.
what they're teaching.
My zone. Can I piggyback off you for a minute? I said there's a church on every corner. So
I
guess
said,
what?
I'm laying.
Every third church don't have a rainbow flag in front of it.
Hey,
Yeah, I
You
know.
feel like
That's what I'm trying. That's
so
why
you
we
Every
feel like
trying to
third
God is
church
say.
don't
blessing.
have
That's
a
why I was
God
like,
is
you could
rainbow.
segue into that. You can
So you feel
segue
like
what I just went into with it, what you were saying, because that's what I got from it. Like,
And
yeah,
But
I'm
how
gonna
it's
can
go.
you
a
prove
whole
what you
bunch
just
of little
said? You
churches out here.
can't prove what you
that.
just said though.
That's an
You can't prove
unproven.
what you
That's
just
an
said.
unproven fact, bro.
That's
Like,
just
what are we
like
talking
that's an
about?
opinion. There's no proof to nothing you just said. Saying that those
What you
churches
mean?
exist
What
with
you
the
mean
non-funding.
proof?
It's like, what proof can you gonna have to take me to one of them churches you talking about so we can actually look through the Bible and
you don't
follow
think
through
you went,
all of the
you don't
details
think
of it
you
to
went
make
to
sure it pinpoints to that church, to that detailed
you
version.
don't think you
You
went
gotta
to a
pinpoint
church with
all of it.
somebody from that community? You don't think you went to church with somebody from that community?
Who? Me? Myself?
Yeah, yeah.
That I done went to church already with
You
somebody
don't
from that community?
you don't think you have it?
Yeah, I have.
Okay, then. So what? That is
Morgan
that
claims
church one of those churches you speak of?
I have. See, that's the misconception of y'all looking at my point of view as I'm saying that it's all across the board. No, I was just stating. I was just stating what he said, what Druski saying, and every. I was just commenting on the topic. But I'm saying in reality, like the segue off of what Money was saying is, yeah, it's a whole bunch of churches that's everywhere, and I was just making your point that you're right. Like both
Yeah, it's a
both
lot of
both both
churches that done
arguments can be
sold
right.
out.
Two arguments can be right at the
Okay,
same time.
okay. How about this? We give our closing, our introduction about the Drewski statement, and your closing statement about the Drewski situation, because I feel
I,
like we're going in circles.
I
What's
already
your
gave my I already gave
okay
my opening.
opening and closing? What's your closing to it?
I
I
shit. I just
closing to it is he made funny. It was funny as all get out. But sometimes life is funny because all you can do is laugh about what you know is like, damn, it's fucked up. But what can I do about it? So all you can do is laugh to keep from crying because it's a
So
real fact.
you was gonna cry from that skit?
What I was crying laughing.
Oh, okay. I thought you said I thought you were crying in the
No,
way of
I was
like it
crying.
was
I was crying
perfect.
laughing because it was funny because I've seen it. Because I personally know preachers that will tell you to fall out when they lay their hands on you. All right, fall out to make it look like they got the spirit of God. Come on, man. I don't know what church you've been to, but I grew up in the church,
I did
seeing
too.
a whole bunch before I
We've been too.
realized it was God that was
I
the head of
know
my
this
life.
for a fact.
Well, like
I
I love I see it from a multiverse type of deal where I love that Drewski was willing to take such a risky move from an entertainment value, from a religious
that
value. It showed
yeah,
me
yeah,
that
from religion.
um,
You know
from a
what I
religious
took from
value,
it?
I love.
Go ahead, go ahead.
Hold on.
Go ahead. Yeah,
I
yeah,
love
yeah.
from the religious value that it. I see that we at the end of our time with the ordinance in which way we operate in church. We at the end of our run when in at least from this modern point of view, things are about to change in a massive way. So I think that's what this is exposing. So there's going to be new opportunity within the space of spirituality. New believers are going to be born. The fake believers is going to be falling off. I think there's new opportunity in that, and it gives me more reason to become deeper into the word to understand. So that's my part.
it's something going on with God, man, and us going around in this space, this vast space, and it's something deeper than we know, man. I think that this Jesus character that has been introduced into our lives,
No, Chet,
he's
what it is?
huh?
No, go ahead, man. I was just gonna say, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, finish your statement.
No, finish it.
Well,
I'll wait.
this Jesus character that's been introduced into everybody's lives, man, is got to be kind of a real thing because we have all subjected ourselves to the belief of it. So now we want to go to heaven. Every human out there that I can imagine, but there's some people that are atheists, so they don't believe.
So they don't want to go to heaven.
So what is this heaven thing, and how is it become the mission for basically black people? Because some of the other cultures don't. I don't think that they really think about that. But you got Caucasian people. They have it here on earth, the heaven on earth. Like
No, wait a minute. I want to clear that up. That's the Jehovah's Witness. We got one that used to come to our house every weekend, and they believe 150,000 people are going to make it to heaven. And I wanted to ask the lady, well, then why in the world do you need us to join? I'm keeping it man. I told you, I ain't going to only deal with nothing but real life facts. I ain't trying to give you no numbers. I'm too fucking old for that shit.
But what's sad is, it ain't even sad, but the stories that I heard, man, about the character of Jesus, man, none of us could ever even fathom it.
Muslims still believe you can have 5 wives, and Mormons too.
Be carried across up this mountain. They saying that this stuff is real. Like they saying that stuff happened on the trail of his blood. There's things that make you say, man, listen, man, there is such thing as this Jesus thing. But how could a Druski go and say it all and not be condemned to what he's done? Now it's funny
because he know nothing ain't coming behind whatever he does in the church.
No, I'm talking about spiritually and heavenly, or because everybody on here don't use the word in vain or anything in vain, God's name or Jesus' name in vain. So him saying,
I don't think nothing gonna come behind it from what I've seen in my life, because he's exposing, and we don't know, because we ain't God. If God is using him to expose one last time to his people, get off that boat. We don't know that.
But it wasn't an expose. It was just
however he delivered the message, it was delivered.
It wasn't an expose. It wasn't anything to be exposed. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, do you realize? Okay, I'm gonna give you an example. Key factor in the thing, he was playing "Jesus You Are." I know the song by heart, the song, but it was Kirk Franklin. And let's look at the background of Kirk Franklin. He came out of prison, and he was formerly a gay man who supposedly repented. And the people in that choir, he ripped them off. So you had to catch the message of why he was even playing the song in the background.
Never heard it, but I don't know.
No, that Jesus you are. Jesus you are. I know y'all heard this song. If you'd have been to church, that song was very, very popular amongst the black community.
Yeah, bro, the black community know that song, period.
Okay. Kirk Franklin got down on them. He done got down on about 10 different groups since then. And people bought tons of albums of that.
This is what I say, man, about this whole thing about like the Jesus element of life. If we know this in our minds, we still do crazy things.
People are sheep.
We wake up every day.
People are sheep.
We got news, man, and motherfuckers. Who went out on us? Oh, that was Corbin. It's just like this, man. I see this Jesus element, man, and I say, how are people still doing bad things? Why are still people doing killings? Why are people still doing bad? Why are people still stealing? All of this stuff, man. It's like, holy crap. What is going on?
If I had $100 for the mindset that change in the human mind every 10 seconds, I'd be richer than Elon Musk.
I wanted to ask this question there while we talk about it. And what if every day you woke up somebody else, not you? What if every day you woke up, everybody just we interchanged every day. Like you never was you.
You want to hear the funny part about that? It's people who wake up like that right now in real life. They need mental health help, but it's people who wake up like that, sadly, every day.
So okay, how could a person get into a coma, never come out of the coma, never known French, and now they speaking French now? Like, what the fuck is this all? Like, so I'm telling you right now, what I'm getting at is your brain. Everybody's brain is the God. This is what people don't even want to really imagine. But everybody's brain all together is this God thing, man. And I don't even know how to explain it.
Well, if you went to the right church.
I believe, listen, I believe. And the reason why I believe, because this is why I was taught and it sounded believable to me, and that's why I believe it. What you are talking about right now is basically the portal of what Jesus' teachings was, and that's why he was killed. He was teaching everybody. This what I was taught. This what I ain't saying is true. So don't confuse the two. This what I was taught about Jesus. Jesus was teaching people about self-mastery.
Agreed.
That's what he was doing. That's what was fucking up everything, and that's why he was a problem. And that's why he had to be killed.
Hello?
Went out on his cuz.
He would go out when he was making a great statement.
He was killing it. I was like, this on point, like Stacey Adams.
In short piggyback, though, it says in the Bible, we was made in the image of God.
And he trying to let everybody know, like, yo, this, if you just read the Bible and get comprehended, he trying to teach everybody.
You keep going out, AZ my zone, but you might be. They might can hear you still live.
Nah, I can't hear him. Oh, and it always be like that when you spitting facts.
Do what ye do, thou shalt do greater. That's what he was telling Peter Simon, like, yo, what you tripping on this? What you seeing me do ain't shit. This what Jesus basically telling his disciples. The shit y'all seeing me doing ain't nothing, man. Y'all can do this shit too. That's why I don't understand. I don't understand why we worshiping Jesus, bro. I don't understand why because there's nowhere in Christianity where they say worship him. But when you think about it, it say Christianity is supposed to be what? Christ-like. So you're supposed to be walking like him, not worshiping him.
You're supposed to worship God and acknowledge Jesus. That is what the Bible says. No man shall come in my face without acknowledging that Jesus Christ is my son. That's it. That's why I pray to God, and at the end of it, I say in Jesus' name.
$4. I can buy that $4.
I mean, it is what it is. But back to Druski. I mean, hell of a skit. I hope he keep his run going. You know what I'm saying? Somebody gave him the green light. Because please believe me, we live in a free society and you can say what you want to, but just know it's repercussions.
Yeah, but is it like I'm telling Ted, man, like, I don't know what's going to end up happening. I hope nothing happens to this guy. And I hope, I'm talking about seriously, because we haven't seen anybody go against like the white people like he did with the NASCAR shit. Then come follow it up with, okay, I'm gonna bring the preachers in and this congregation in. I'm gonna let y'all get ridiculed by the people on the internet real quick. Now, which one is the fool? Is it the fool that go to the church, or is it the fool that's fooling people? So
both. He is pushing an agenda across the board. I ain't mad at him, and it's disguised in the form of comedy. That's my take.
There is no agenda. What are we talking about? There is no agenda.
There's no agenda. No.
There is no agenda. He made a parody skit. What are we talking about?
But the thing is how did he come up to get to that point to say, I'm gonna do this? So that's what I'm getting at. Like, what made this dude go ahead and say, you know what? It's gonna shock the world. It's gonna buzz them up real quick.
Shit, I'm gonna tell you what it is. Picture us having social media on Jefferson. That's why. That's how he came up with it.
Yeah.
Just being around in the hood and shit happening, and we coming up with just like we doing right now. This is stuff we did on Jefferson. When we come up with some ideas, what we try to do? We try to make them happen.
Try to implement.
We try to implement them into, you know what I'm saying? That's all he do. He just got social media and the following for everybody else to see him do what a lot of people do in the inner city, man. And a lot of people think that's why it's funny. And that's why all of us can relate.
Yep.
But shout out to Skeeter Feely, man, from Ghetto Cam, man. He was one of them motherfuckers too, man.
Man, Skeeter Feely was a legend.
Legend.
He might come to the show too, man. So
somebody bring him back.
I think he gonna come, man. But it's gonna get real wild, man, in the future. But anyway, I think that these skits nowadays, man, is pretty good. There's some good ones out here.
Let me ask y'all, will he do that to another community that I won't say the name of?
I'll say it, the Jewish community. Let's go.
Yes, will he do that? Will he do that?
Is he big enough as a brand?
No,
nobody's
big enough.
Is he big enough? Because I mean, Eddie Murphy can do it, and I'm just trying to think of a comedian. Cat Williams might not be able to.
Kanye showed you could do it. Kanye is a living proof that you can do it.
And fell on the hand of that rabbi too.
Yeah, but he already did it. The work has been done. Everybody broke through the chains of slavery of the Jewish folks. We broke through 100 years of what we was holding back on. The man made a song called Hail Hitler. They just online right now playing it. They're going back through it again right now. If you look at those Andrew Tates, they playing it. The streams is going crazy on it. So we're going to live through an age of all of the stereotypes and all of the things are falling apart because this new generation don't give a damn. They love being the ones who push the needle, who challenge the stereotype that what's the infrastructure will win. You know, people want to see change. And I think this is the best time to do it. If you got something special to say, if you stand for something special, stand up and say it. Sing your song.
It's his show out.
Hey, guess what's crazy, yo, CJ?
Yeah.
Gotta take this call. I want to get this off because CJ saying something we talked about last year. Hey, CJ, on the show last year, I said we had a topic similar to this one, and I said, it may be in the end of my lifetime, or probably the next lifetime that my son might see, that it's all gonna be mixed races around this motherfucker. Ain't nobody gonna be able to use the race card no more. That shit gonna be so eliminated because everybody gonna be looking so motherfucking evolved.
The same.
Yeah,
it's already there.
So much alike that it's gonna be there. Annihilating that whole narrative.
It's already there.
That's why it's already showing that it's going to be a classist thing. It's classism. It's no racism no more. It's classism.
That is the thing.
Well, that's where our people are losing right now because they keep trying to buy into racism. Black people right now are buying into racism more than we did in 1965 when Martin Luther King was around. And it's
I agree with that.
We got to break through the chains of what that BS is because the real fight is classism. Do you know the information? Do you have access to go in the room and read whatever you read? Can you come in the room and recite it with confidence? That's what the people want to hear. They don't care about. I mean, they do care about race because that's just a natural formality.
That's not class, though. That's not like a difference in class. That's like education. That's not different. Like I'm talking about.
That is what education is. Class, though. Education is class.
Class is like a financial, like economic standing, though. That's not class.
No, class is education. Financial is mixed.
You own like a company, and you have people like under you. that's a class of like you're like a capitalist and those people are like workers. That's like a class system. That's not.
Yeah, but your
No, that's
education
not
though,
how it
cuz
works.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
your education has a lot to do with your economic
Your
truth
foundation.
because
Yeah, that's
yeah,
your
that has
I
foundation.
mean, the
everything to
working
do with it
class is
because I mean
basically
your parents have you in there, have you in
Broke
desperate
people ain't
situations,
uneducated.
getting the Ivy
Rich
League
people ain't
fucking
uneducated.
getting
But
the
you can
Ivy
still
League
Education.
fucking
be educated and
education.
be a member of the working class, though. And most working
But
class people
but
are.
they don't. Even if you got money, they don't want dumb people around. That's the class system. They don't want dumb people around. Rich
But it's
people
not
don't
like
want ignorant
intelligence
folks.
of.
But I'm saying
You're
when you
saying
got the
intelligence of
resources, when you
like
got
how
the
rich people are.
resources, the
One
kid is
person
Exactly.
at a
coming
time,
out
fellas.
being
One
taught
person
not
at
to
a
be
time.
dumb as a young kid. They got the resources. He already got tutors and everything, like so he already prepared. Most of them was prepared. It ain't about being dumb. They got the money, man.
But it's,
Hey,
but
little
you're saying
chat.
that,
I can
yeah.
honestly say, because I've known your father for a very, very long time, and if your father grew up a different dude from our city, have you ever asked yourself, would you be you, the guy that is on this podcast right now? Would you be you?
What does that have to
Or
do
would
about
you
class?
talk with a slur
I'm talking about.
and have a
I'm talking
ghetto
about like
story to tell?
class. I'm talking about like the relationship between the ownership class and the working class, and how they're going to try to like
You
leverage
hear
that to make it
yourself. Turn your
more
mic up
weaker
or
in
something.
number. I'm not talking about like when he was born and stuff like
Turn
that.
your mic up, man.
Chris, my mic's down. Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh no.
But the question is, have you ever asked yourself, would you be you if you had grown up differently? Same mama, same daddy, but without the same environment that was provided for you to be this intelligent young quarterback.
I don't think I'm a quarterback. I'm more of like a I don't know. I don't know what I would be. I'd be like a safety or something. I play defense. But I think like of course not, but I think you're conflating two different things of like class and like just like like person like inherently like who he is as a person just without
That
you
still
know
all equates to classism. At the fact that it's going to be broke down and there's going to be no more racists. If I'm quoting what my zone said, it ain't going to be no more racists. It's going to be classism, which means the haves and the have-nots.
I don't think that I don't even think that's like gonna happen. I'm pretty sure because the more like the races try to like mix together, the more there's gonna be like a reactionary like movement, against that. You already see it now with like people saying that like white genocide stuff like that's happening. Like that's trying to like inflame racism. I don't think that's ever gonna like stop at all. Especially if like rich people own the social media and stuff like that. It can like artificially impact algorithms to make sure that they're focusing on like racism and stuff like that.
So you're saying that sheep can be manipulated.
Define sheep, because if that's most people, then
Well,
aren't
we're
we all
saying
sheep then?
social media, which a lot of people are highly influenced by social media or what they see on TV, that would make them sheep, right?
I
They can
wouldn't
be
call them sheep
influenced.
because people can be influenced. However, you've been influenced by a person. Are you a sheep if you're influenced by somebody?
At one
Yeah,
point in time, I had the sheepish
yeah,
mentality.
yeah.
So you
All
are
of us, all of
influenced
us
right
have
now by
sheep.
social media
All of
right
us
now,
are.
and you're not a sheep right now.
Hey,
You're telling me
the
that right
sheep,
now.
the
Nah,
sheep,
nah.
the sheep
You're not.
After
analogy.
you
You're
live
not.
through
Hear
what
me
we
out.
lived
Hear
through,
me out. The sheep
nah.
analogy is just
You're not.
a metaphoric
You.
way of saying
Nick
vulnerable,
Shirley's
man.
video. Whoa, what about the Nick Shirley video from a few months ago, where like he was talking about like Somalis? Didn't that like influence your opinion on Minnesota? Aren't you like the same sheep you're
No,
talking
it
about?
did
Trying
not
to like young people?
influence because I know from my travels that them folks don't like none of us black Americans.
Hello,
They don't
Well,
give
what
a
does it
can
damn.
have
y'all
to
hear
do
me?
about what Nick
I
Shirley
hear
Hello,
did?
you.
Where
I
he's
hear you,
talking
can you
my
hear
about
me?
zone.
Yes.
fraudulent people, like they were
Oh,
doing fraud or something like that. That wasn't. That was first
I
off. That
wanted
was
to
like it
answer,
wasn't even
man.
true. Yeah,
AZ
yeah, yeah.
my zone got something to say.
Nah, it's too late. I forgot that shit.
No.
Funniest shit ever.
Yeah, I forgot it because I was, no, I mean, I was listening to what
Well,
they
Sheep.
saying. I was,
well, we talking
yeah.
about classism. I'm gonna jog your memory.
Oh, you
Classism.
talking about yeah, classism? I was like this when we refer to the word sheep, we're not saying like you just somebody gets waiting for slaughter. That's just a
Nah.
metaphoric. Hear me out. This just a metaphoric way of stating vulnerability, and you can be. We always have states of vulnerability where we can be like you said, influenced. It don't matter what. You can always have that state where you can be influenced by anything.
How does that make you a sheep? How does that make you a sheep?
Because everyone can be influenced. Everyone is influenced by everything.
Everybody is influenced by. How does that make you a sheep?
I just said it. I just said it. I just said it.
That's like a superiority thing. No,
sheep follow along wherever the first sheep go.
I'm untouched. I'm a shepherd. I'm not a sheep.
I'm talking about. Hey, listen. Hey, one thing you can never do is tell a person what they mean, dog. I don't give a damn if y'all don't understand what I'm saying. You can't tell me what the fuck I mean.
No,
what I said. What I said is what I said. I said this right here, and I'm gonna say it again if it was misunderstood. I said it's a metaphorically way to show vulnerability. That's what I meant when I say sheep. I'm not basically saying that everybody is just a sheep or something.
Why you just didn't say followers? Why you just didn't say followers?
Yeah, something like that's like more because that makes
sense. I thought that this was a safe enough place where I ain't gotta be all typical about how I express myself.
But it doesn't make sense to what you say. Somebody
like what the fuck doesn't matter as long as I tell you what I meant.
Terminology, gentlemen. The reason for the terminology
like, what the fuck we speaking at every fucking thing for, man? Like if a person explain what they explain, they say that's what they meant. You don't need to try to poke at it and dissect it.
Yes,
if you understand it, it's cool.
That's the problem. That's the problem. We get that's the problem. We get away with too much with just saying anything and not being it being poked at. You just say anything.
I'm pretty sure
you can't just say.
The terminology of sheep is another word for follower. I'm sorry, it's an old word
but all
for the
of us
newbie.
Are followers of something.
All of our followers, like
that. Of whatever you like, we all like prioritize.
He's trying to make
something.
this deep point, and it don't make sense. Like everybody's a follower.
Everybody's a follower of something. So
of something, it don't matter what it is.
Yeah.
So it don't make sense.
Well, you're definitely a sheep when it comes to Christ if you're a follower of Christ.
I mean, yeah, because that's what they say. Like that's what Christ is a shepherd and stuff like that. But you're calling it as like everyone else is like. You're saying it more of like a secular way. I think you're saying where it's
an old school term still used by some. That's all.
Not really old school. I mean, you call people sheep. As if like they're like animals or something. Like they're like not like thinking people.
AC Monzo's behalf is he's basically
he's saying it like somebody's he's saying it like he's trying to call somebody's manhood to the carpet, saying they soft. The proverbial
like stupid, basically, or like a stupid, like unthinking person.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying, but he wasn't put it on everybody. He was just saying in general. But I get where y'all are coming from, but I still understand where he's coming from because I'm listening to it. But it wasn't that he was trying to be so.
Why you just say follower?
He could have said followers, but
he could just say everybody's followers. Where the leaders at? He could have said that. That'd have been sheep and all this stuff.
So I get it. He wasn't politically correct enough. I get it.
Like it's not the difference between just like saying your point and like.
I understood what he said. So
not saying it.
I understood what he said, and I understood what he was trying to say. So I don't take it for.
He's trying to reinvent the wheel, man. The wheel already invented, man. Just say what you need to say. Come on now.
Yeah, I get what you're saying too. So, like I said, I see both ways, but he's trying to say that we're not on here to be at each other's throat. We're here to. Even you could have just said, "Hey, I think it's a better way to say what you're saying," and I think you're trying to say this. And if not, clear me up. You know what I mean? Because I can take it and say, "I get what you're saying." You know, they're not.
Yeah.
People are not following. I mean, like, just don't have a brain, and you know what I mean, going to the slaughterhouse, like he was saying. But people are followers, bro. I mean, all around the world. This is what basically this new shit that we're on now too. This fucking internet shit. And you don't got no.
I still would like to know what the hell that means, even though they've explained that it don't mean nothing.
A block in Pennsylvania. It's a block in Philly. That's
Oh,
the 6'7".
well, you said more than I've heard anybody else say. Everybody else said it means nothing.
It's a proverbial open air drug market in Philadelphia, mainly like Kensington and Allegheny.
Yeah, that's where Skrilla's at. He's
that's where Skrilla from.
And see, for us, that's new words. And then you see it explained, and they saying, well, it doesn't really mean anything.
It really doesn't, because like in social media, like when stuff like goes from place to place, like transmits from like person to person, it loses like the underlying context behind it. So like when people saw like 6'7", when Skrilla said it, the only reason why 6'7" became like a whole like big thing is because of like LaMelo Ball, and that because the fact that he's 6'7" is it was a whole like edit thing with him and the song. And so that's how 6'7" became a popular thing.
A thing,
but,
okay.
It doesn't mean anything anymore now, yeah.
But yeah, man. I guess moving on. I needed AZ my zone, man. I don't know why y'all ran him off like that, man. God damn it.
He ran himself off. He just like
he couldn't take the heat. He couldn't take the heat. He couldn't take the heat, man. You got to get out the kitchen. You got to get out the kitchen. You can't take the heat.
Wow.
I needed him though for this segment, and I hope anybody, if you do got anything on it, if you heard anything, but Gucci Man has been kidnapped by Pooh Shiesty. This is the word on the street that he got kidnapped by Pooh Shiesty and robbed by his gang, and
I don't think that's real, man.
I don't think it's real, but it's like I told AZ my zone was that where there's smoke, there's fire. Something happened.
All I'm going to say about it for y'all is I'm going to take y'all through the time capsule. Vanilla Ice. There was a rumor until he confirmed it that what's the big dude? The big dude that ran Death Row?
Suge
held him over the banister at a hotel until he signed the contract. Okay? So if that's happening, we know record labels is whacking rappers for the interest money. Why wouldn't that be impossibly a true story, considering that is a part of our culture?
I just looked up, like I looked it up, and like it's like an AI like picture of like a random person in the shiesty accosting Gucci Man. This isn't real at all. This is fake.
Listen, I ain't say nothing was real, but I said there's something in that area where Pooh Shiesty wants out his fucking deal, and he is trying to get out of his shit.
No, yeah, even if it's AI, somebody released it.
No, it's like a fake. You can like look it up like Pooh Shiesty arrested, or like not arrested, but like kidnapping, and you'll see like it's not.
Look up this then. He just got sent back to the halfway house.
That's not true either.
That's not true either.
No.
Yeah.
Look it up. I heard
okay.
Oh, you talking about he got sent back to prison or a halfway?
No, the halfway house.
He been in the halfway house though.
No,
yeah, that's where they said he was already at. Was in the halfway house.
He already been.
So they didn't understand why would he jeopardize going back to prison.
Yeah, he been in federal prison for like Wack said, for doing that exact same thing.
Yeah.
But
the thing is though, is Pooh Shiesty them crew putting this news out. This bull, if it's bullshit or not, they're putting it out because it's reaching the masses in the streets.
And I'm gonna say then now we need to hear from Gucci Man.
That's what we need to hear from. And
well, we know we ain't hearing from him. His girl running everything, so
I was about to say
we ain't gonna hear from him.
He ain't even in his right mind, so he don't even know.
He ain't there. That Gucci's gone. The Gucci we know is gone.
Damn,
he's an executive now as a face. His girl is running everything, and he ain't even,
If you think Pooh Shiesty and his henchmen were able to get a fair shot at Gucci, yeah.
Yeah, no, that didn't happen.
Yeah, that did happen.
So right now though, y'all telling me Gucci that guy right now though, for real, he's still that guy?
No, he's not.
Oh, he hasn't been that guy for like 15 years.
I don't know. I don't really follow when he.
I'm gonna say
I don't
15,
follow
but
him.
like, since when did he go to jail? How long did he do in jail?
Because when he came out, he started banging there with all kinds of hits. When he got out of prison, or she was just running the money up so good, it made it look like he was or something.
I mean, she did run it up.
Now that's a real.
I mean,
question.
I'm not gonna say Gucci didn't have a run.
He had a run.
Yeah,
Because here you go,
you
man.
know, he had a run.
I got the meeting, and for me to know what I know, I just don't. I didn't see him getting robbed, but I can see these motherfuckers trying to like check him and say, "Bro, you gonna have to motherfucking top him, bro," or whatever. He trying. The word is he trying to sign with CMG with Yo Gotti. That's the word, man. So
I can see that.
that's the real word that's getting out there, and I just don't know if I don't know. Pooh Shiesty got one song that I like. I don't like the dragon voice, you know, no. I'm just not into the Pooh Shiesty, whatever.
The fact that his name is Pooh Shiesty. I remember it was an era in our city where we made fun of people and called him, "Oh, this papaya juice ass motherfucker." He's a poo poo, and this guy's name now in 2026 is called Pooh Shiesty. Really?
Wow.
They might call him Pooh, and he just wears shiesty.
Pooh Shiesty.
That's his nickname. His mama
Nickname we come up with.
His mama and grandma, they might call him Pooh.
They're my Pooh baby.
Pooh
Yeah.
Bear.
Yeah. It's crazy because
Oh my
Shiesty,
God.
like, can't, like, no one called it a Shiesty before Pooh Shiesty. Now everyone calls it a Shiesty mask. It's weird.
Well,
That's
I'm not
correct.
going to promote nobody named Shiesty. They tell me anything I need to know.
Listen, I ain't gonna even lie. You hitting on some real shit. When the motherfuckers, hey, listen, you better beware of a motherfucking name because they will show you what they about. Listen to their nickname. It's some motherfuckers around here, bro, that you don't want to run into their nickname.
If his name is Shiesty, I'm not fucking with him.
Listen, that's a great call.
I'm not fucking with him. And that was when I was a shouting.
What if it was your homeboy named Pooh Shiesty?
I ain't fucking with him either.
All right, yeah, right.
Too many people that been killed in dice games in the city of Saginaw by motherfuckers that was supposed to be their man. Stop it. And in Detroit, in Atlanta, in Memphis, killed by their homeboy named Pooh Shiesty.
Shiesty by a dude named Shiesty.
Nah, if your name is Shiesty, I'm not fucking with you.
That's
Change the nickname, homeboy. I'm gonna distance myself from you.
That's a great call.
You know, I'm all about what was and what we had going on in our community. All that shit need to be dead. We gonna encourage our youth to hang out with a dude named Shiesty.
Well,
Yeah,
you don't know where with him. I can tell you that.
yeah. I'm not running with little Dirkback,
Ain't even gonna expose nobody.
little Brokeback Mountain Hood. I'm not with none of them.
What were some of the names of the people
Them.
you ran around with? What were some of the names of the people you ran? What were some of the names of the people you ran around with?
Cheddar Bob, B Jizzle. You know what I'm saying? I can just add that Ghostface, Shock, Tat, Luloke, Fuzzy, LB.
What's wrong with
Those are normal, but when everybody wanted to be Lil Something after Cash Money came out.
What's wrong with that? It's a rap name.
Well, you know, There's that word again with fields of hay. Everybody wanted to be that. I remember a time when we smoked Swiss and Sweets and drank Miller Lights, and Jay-Z mentioned the Rello, and everybody started showing up with these little itty bitty ass blunts to roll. And I was like, what the fuck is that? Nobody said if the weed was good and you wanted them smaller now. I was like, is this a new type of joint or something? You know what I'm saying? So I get it. I understand. Who's shiesty? You know what I'm saying?
But that's only one guy though.
I'm just saying it's the name. I'm not hanging out with Pooh Shiesty. He sounds like he gonna fuck you up, and you gonna have to fuck him up. Just keeping it a band. Sound like you gonna have to fuck him up, or he gonna fuck you up. I'm just being realistic, man. You know.
This shit got me crying over it. But yeah.
If Gucci Man really did get kidnapped, he wouldn't be the first.
Well, once we get all the information, now, like I said, where there's smoke, spot. So I gotta believe that in the coming days, if we don't get something from Gucci Man, and we'll get his rebuttal on tape or whatever, and make sure that we get the show.
All he got to do is post his contract. I wouldn't say shit. I just post his contract.
That's what he need to do. He gonna have to put
contract. Okay, that's going dead everything. He still work here.
Yeah. But
he ain't got to say nothing.
But if Pooh Shiesty is on CMG record label in the next coming months, we gonna know something happened.
That's all we can pretty much add it up to.
We gonna know something happened. And I don't know what about all these rappers and stuff. Like we talked about this before. Yo Gotti wanna be into beefing with people, killing people. He got his brother killed. Young Dolph, all of this shit, man. It's just a waste of time and talent, man. Like, are we really here to hate each other or what? Man?
You see Pooh Shiesty and the word talent together?
I'm not trying to say that he's a talented guy because I don't listen to his music, but there's some kind of hype behind this guy to where sometimes, at one time, somebody was liking his music.
In the Biden administration, that's not a thing anymore.
That boy got talent. I ain't gonna lie.
Y'all must say her first. Y'all must say her FBO.
The boy got talent. In the rap world, the boy got talent.
He got talent. Go hear FDO. I gotta go hear FDO, man.
He has a creative flow. But I think the hatred in our community, I think hip hop is dying. I think we at the last leg of hip hop. These new guys are wearing fingernail paint. So it's like,
how is that dying?
Well, I'm just saying that shows you we at the last leg of it, where that culture of because it's no longer hip hop. It's more forming into the Travis Scotts of the world, of a mixture of hip hop and punk rock and the Lil Uzis and all of that, right? It's not like hardcore hip hop no more, where the guys are rapping about killing each other, and those songs not even streaming in the numbers that they used to. So record labels not investing no more. They're no longer putting up the money to make sure that music is seen and as relevant.
About killing
girls are now at the front of hip hop. Women are at the front of hip hop.
Like who?
I was gonna say the effects of what's going down. I agree with you, and I've been seeing a lot of the numbers like that. That people are finally waking up and moving away, and a lot of shout out to the platforms that's promoting people moving away from that. Like I said, I live in an environment where I see dudes with big ass tires on their trucks, straight looking white dude, and he bumping harder rap music than he bumping Gucci and Pooh Shiesty. You're like, damn, dude, really? I don't even listen to that. And I heard Lil Chance say Pooh Shiesty and talent in the same sentence. I don't know about that.
If you got fans, you got some talent.
I
You
don't
got
know about
fans.
that. Ice Spice has fans. You think she has talent?
Yeah, I was gonna say Ice Spice has fans.
Well, her talent is looking good. That's her talent.
That's not a talent. Though. That's more like a.
If you only got 2 fans, you got fans.
Not talent though.
Not talent.
I think that's opinionated to talent, but
yeah, because
you know,
if you listen to an Ice Spice song, you're gonna want to like tear your ears out. I think, and like it's not very good. It's not good music. Basically, what I'm trying to say. So it's not like
her music no longer trending either.
Exactly.
A lot of his music not good, man.
Yeah.
But the music that is trending is Pooh Shiesty. He came out.
Pooh Shiesty, but wait, who is Pooh Shiesty trending with though? Let's count up who's really. Okay, there is, and that is a thing. The hip hop community.
Hip hop community is a thing.
He was trending in 2021.
No, he's trending today. First day out.
His music right now is like it's lackluster, really.
I don't know that FDO, man. It was.
The hip hop community must be real small now.
It's not that. It's more like it hasn't been like it's been
segregated now, man. Everybody got.
It's been capitalized so much
pockets.
where
Yeah. Depending on what you like.
Yeah.
As an artist, if you into that type of music, somebody that's in the Pooh Shiesty might be in the Outkast too. Somebody that's in the Pooh Shiesty might not like Outkast. They might not like Ludacris.
It's also like like
the hip hop always been like
rap
that,
and
though, man.
hip-hop, though. Like rap music is more like a broader spectrum of stuff, but hip hop is like I think it's more of a purist, take on the genre. So like rap music is at an all-time high basically, but hip hop, it's only like had by a few like really popular people.
When I'm gonna tell you, because I'm old, I walked away from it when Future hit the scene and that whole style of "I need love and affection" and every rapper sounds like that. I walked away.
You left at the best time. Whoa.
Yeah,
that was Future. That was good music, man.
You left at the best time. Whoa.
Codeine crazy.
Hey, I'm just telling you.
Dirty Sprite
in my era, I walked through it.
Hey,
Percocet and stripper joint. You never heard that?
Hey, I'm gonna say again. I'm from the era where Ice Cube said, "Terror illustrates my era, so I don't hang around my mama because I scare her." Okay, I'm from that era.
That music was great, right? Like that music was great. But I feel like
that's what I'm saying. I'm not dissing the new kids, but that when I heard it, it was like, oh, this is what it done changed to now. And I got off the bus.
Yeah, I think for
not
rap,
like all rap turned into Future though. Like
because now it's worse than it's even worse now than it was then.
So you don't listen to rap at all, is what you said?
Nah, not none of this new stuff.
Well, I heard some gentlemen say
like, what do you mean like a new person? Like, what do you mean like a new?
But it's new people out there that rap.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Like I fuck with Kendrick Lamar. I fuck with him. He was one of the last of the young dudes that came out that I really like because he can rap and actually do it how I know rap sound like. But like I said, I'm gonna be an outdated dude.
So you didn't like none of Drake shit that all he dropped? I don't give a fuck.
Early, I like early. No new, when he got the No New Friends is when I was done with him. No New Friends, and I like that part. It made sense to me. But you know what I'm saying?
Bling, you didn't sing that. You telling me you didn't sing No Kid? Come on.
Nah. I fucked with Drake when he was saying it's over, but it's far from over. Bottles on me, long as I'm gonna drink it. That's the Drake I fucked with. What he turned into, they can keep that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I like what he did with Rihanna. I like what he did with Rihanna, but I liked early Drake. The shit he was spitting out.
Well, you know, rap.
Huh?
Rap got commercialized though. It got commercialized,
and
right?
Like, when it went all the way like that,
it got commercialized.
Yeah, I think
I'm from the era when the Goody Mob was out. 1 to the 2, the 3 to 4. Them dirty red dogs done hit the door, and they got everybody on their hands and knees, and they ain't gonna leave until we find them keys. That's the era I'm from. So anything that it ain't teaching you,
you can't take them lyrics to the bank, my man.
no, now.
Them lyrics don't cash.
Well,
And
that's the commercialization.
But
right?
wait a minute, but they had a following.
Because that was like the cutting edge of rap music, like lyrics.
Yeah, in their era, they had a following. Early Outcasts. Like, I like the Clemini, and they say that's in the top 10 greatest rap albums now. And I just saw a thing on that, and I'm thinking, but what about Southern Playalistic, Cadillac, Funky Music? And they all picked the Clemini when they went mainstream? Come on. They got commercialized, and mine or your opinion don't fucking matter. It's who them motherfuckers that put them motherfuckers on the radio say is hot.
I mean, back in like 2000, now it's different.
I look at hip hop like basketball. Basketball got commercialized. It used to be an underground sport. Used to be having a neighborhood basketball player who was the coldest in his neighborhood, and you ain't get to see him until like, you know, he made it big time. But
well,
now,
like the blue leagues and all that. First.
Now you can watch a guy on YouTube, and he out there now from the 7th grade, you know, and I feel like that's music now. You can find music too easily, and there's no hype built behind nobody. Like you don't have. Remember, we used to have 16-year-olds getting big, and they would build some hype from 16. You don't have that no more. Where the kid hip hop star or the kid rapper who's growing in his neighborhood, and he building hype, and then he finally bring out his album, and everybody, you know, that era's died.
There was that one kid,
right.
hip hop, like or something like that.
I mean, you're right.
Yeah, I feel like hip hop
never argue that. So is it safe to say when something gets commercialized, it's over?
Yeah, because they drawing all the money out of it, right? Like everybody's trying to follow that trend, and trends isn't what set hip hop, right? Like being creative is what set hip hop. That was the form of it, being different. But now you got to be like everybody else.
Like if you come out, and I'm gonna piggyback off what you're saying. If you come out like the Roots, never do on that positive vibe, the producer gonna say, no, that's not what we feeling right now in these days. Well, can you do this? And if you can't do, you know, my mama's a thug, my daddy's a thug. If you can't do that and push the narrative
thing anymore, man. Like no one. Yeah, I think more what's like because white people have like kind of ruined hip hop because they've had like the white advantage of like the white privilege of being in like hip hop arena and being like this white guy can really rap and spit, and they'll like go from hip hop to like country like a year later. Culture like stuff like that is like what's ruining the genre. It's not like I don't think it's like, you know, like what's being said.
Yeah, hey y'all, when I found out who Post Malone was and seen him for the first time, I was like, what is this? What is this?
What I'm saying is though, ain't it funny that when, like you said, the culture vulture people or whatever, the people that come in rapping and go out country singing or whatever, but don't you know that these people are saying, hey man, this is where the money is.
I agree.
This is where, and plus you already got the skin to win with the country shit, so let's go with this. Now,
I was gonna piggyback and say all music is music, and music came no matter how I don't care if you strumming on a banjo, using the washboard. You know, like I checked out Shabuzi, and I like a lot of his shit. He took the rap game. It's hot for a black rapper to switch over right now into that genre, and he made his money because everybody done been at the bar getting tipsy.
He didn't do like rap though. Like, he did like country, like primarily.
Nah, that was still rap.
No, it was interpreted like a rap song, but it wasn't a rap song. It was just based off a rap song. Like,
well, look at the little X dude, Nas X or whatever. He rapped.
Like rap.
He did a rap, but it was still a country song. He took Billy Ray Cyrus. Thank you.
I think that one was more the opposite, where he took from country and then made it rap because he like rapped during.
Yes, he did. Yeah, he took from country. So you got rappers in today's world. I mean, the music scene is all messed up.
Well,
They got like 50
Black.
girls that look like country versions of Taylor Swift, and they gonna be around next week.
Well, it's our fault, right? Like everything that goes wrong with hip hop culture is our fault as black men because we didn't set the standard and go far enough, right? Like we focused on being the artist and not the executive, and we didn't go out and make trends in other countries and other places. We just focused on being the artist, and that wasn't big enough. You had the Rick Rubins of the world who knew to go take that music to other countries, other continents, and make it relevant. So we didn't jump far enough. We focused on the ground level, and we scared each other and said, "You ain't real if you ain't doing said that." We put it on real.
Now certain rappers like Outkast took the show on the road, and you can hear Outkast in London back in my day. So
exactly right, but we didn't jump out there and get in front of it, right? There should have been I guess that's what Motown Records was, right? Motown Records was the group that made the business out of it. They didn't just focus on the artistry only; they were in the business level. So who would be the modern version of Motown to be saying we're black and we're going to control
Diddy,
all of the ownership? That was Diddy, right? The Diddy's, the Jay-Z's. All of those guys, but they eventually succumb to the system itself. So, we until we figure out how to control our narrative, we're gonna always lose in the end.
I just want to say one for hip hop, because even when I was younger, was a bad boy, and it makes me sick to see what Puffy turned into. Makes me sick to my stomach. Because I was bad boy for life. We ain't going nowhere. Okay?
I was talking at work today. I really said this, man, and our people that was before us set us up to be not productive men or as a unit. The music is really taking everybody really by storm. So this new era with this, now we came up in the day of Luke. Shake what your mama gave you. Pussy.
Let me see that pussy pop. Voodoo round. Boom. Voodoo round.
This shit is crazy. So our era went through that. So think of the shock when they came up with all this freaknik shit and motherfuckers we so sex driven. They put it on the airwaves.
Hey, freak hoes. Bend over, making knees touch your elbows.
Man, listen, the shit was everything was about not being a productive human being. Ain't nobody told us nothing to go do nothing good. So it's a whole bunch of music for a whole long time talking about some bullshit and
drugs, being on drugs,
but is music
selling drugs.
I don't think music's like the right medium to even communicate that, though. Like everyone, it should be like a given that you know that stuff. Anyways,
no, but see,
music is just like
that's not what I'm saying. That's the thing. You're saying that, but you're not saying maybe they should have gave people more positive reinforcements instead of because there's a lot of fathers that were not in the home at the time. So music was really growing. TV and music was growing people up, man. So
latchkey kids,
man.
But is that like the responsibility of music, or for like the parents to take care of like people?
Listen, that's just like right now. So in this day and age, how can I keep you away from any music that I'm telling you I want you to listen to?
No, but I don't think the music's the real issue. I think it's the lack of guidance from parents. I don't think it's like, I know like the music that influence people like that, but it's not like the main.
I'm sorry, son. Music was such a, they made it in our time, in my day, they made music so much of an impact that it was everywhere. So music had to be a movie. We had soundtracks in our day. You could say, I want to see Minister Society soundtrack. That it was a soundtrack to shit, and we had it in our lives. I'm telling you, son. You gotta think. I went to church, so I listened to all the music in there, and I love some of that. I love most of that music. So I was doing really well listening to that. I got into listening to some bullshit, and it's the frequency of that shit that's getting into people.
So do you think they should have made gospel music then instead of whatever they made?
I didn't hear you.
You think they should have made gospel music then, like instead
No,
of?
I'm not saying.
But they did make gospel music in that era.
Yeah, but exactly. Like if you're, I think it's less about like music and more towards like how people raise children in that era.
But
Like,
that's
if
the
they're,
thing.
like, latchkey kids, then obviously
And
they have,
how
like, a
people
strong
raised it
family,
in
like,
that
unit.
era, I gotta say that you're wrong. It's just that the circumstances of life. You had a high divorce rate back in those days. You had people single parent homes. The daddy is probably locked up because that's the way society has drawn this shit out. Or dead or anything, just not there. So once that music enters into a kid's life that has nothing else to, you might even go to church and listen to the right thing. But once negative always outweighs the positive.
I was just about to throw that in there. I was just about to say, at the end of the day, look at social media. More people view online shit that's bad than they do if somebody's saying, hey, eat your Wheaties, do your vitamins, do the right thing. Those channels.
Or sharing, or a person ain't finna share some good news. They gonna share the bad news. It's just human nature. So I hear what you're saying, but I still know what I'm talking about. That music is a very big influencer, even today.
It's the biggest influence, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's less so about the cult, like the music, and more so about like the culture that underlies it. Like, I think that music is an expression of that culture, and it's not like the music creates the culture. The culture.
So it's the music, then, man.
No, it's the culture.
No, it ain't the music. It ain't the music. It ain't the music. It's like he's saying, it's the culture, because our culture was reflecting in a place that shows you that we had nothing to protect us to stop the music from influencing us. If we had a culture of protection, if we had a culture of, oh, hey, this is what we're doing, and no matter what, we're doctors and lawyers and business people, the culture would only stand for that at the end of the day. Like, yeah, you can put out the music, but our culture is going to downplay it and be like, it's going to die off very quickly. But because the culture was so wide open and it wasn't based on a high standard, the music was able to live on and actually grow legs and influence people who didn't have a standard yet. It moved into new communities, like, Chet, you down in Nebraska. Who would have thought it was gangster rap in Nebraska, right? Man. Those aren't markets where hip hop was born, but it seeped into Nebraska fast because that was a culture wide open where the black people in Nebraska had nothing to ascend to. They were getting stagnated.
And at one point, Lincoln, Nebraska was not a place you wanted to live.
Right. So it was a culture of our oppression. Our culture is based on oppression. Let's say that to start, right? Our culture was based on oppression. So that means any upward mobility you could think of was stagnated. You were fighting already forces to even try to get into new rooms, new opportunities. So boom, we oppressed. So we coming home with the defeated mentality. What men gonna do? To start drinking, you start smoking, and you start taking it out on people around you. That became our culture. So guess what? The music was able to live in that environment. You put something positive in the negative environment, positivity ain't gonna win. But you put something negative in a negative environment,
It's gonna go
that shit gonna
crazy.
grow like a motherfucker.
Yeah, because
So it wasn't the music.
it's in its environment.
It's an environment. So it wasn't the music. It was the culture that we were living. Black people were in an oppressed place. We had nothing to build on. We were
And the
already
media gave that environment what it needed to turn it into what it turned it into.
Listen, when this is what I can say about the new generation.
You didn't find out about certain things unless you heard the music, man.
Yeah.
Well, it ain't about what you found out. It's what you did with it once you found out. Because we was over there in BV listening to all of the negative shit. But guess what? When my mama tell me to come to dinner, I can't talk about that shit no more. It dies right there. Yeah. I can't talk to my mother about what I just heard. So guess what? It ain't gonna live. It's only gonna have so much life. My mother will look at me like, "Boy, you want your ass?"
After a while, did it not manifest in your life?
It showed up in certain places.
About what mama even said.
No, because my mother was dictating my existence. The music didn't dictate my existence. What my mother said that dictated my existence. So if I wanted to be able to have some new clothes and ask my dad for some money, I had to live up to what they wanted. I need $50. And he ain't gonna give me $50 if I'm sitting here being a no good, ain't shit nigga. He gonna be like, boy, got my face. You ain't living up. So the standard was so high, I had to meet that standard before the music, what they was telling me. F what the music telling me, they ain't giving me gas money.
Now, Grand Chancellor. It's a lot of people didn't grow up and had that.
I was about to say that, man.
Them poor people got bamboozled by a system that was put there to mold them into little poo shiesty.
Well, that's the oppression, right?
It is.
That's the oppression. That's the oppression we saw. Like, yeah, the oppression was there to make sure you didn't get to a frequency where you could vibrate high enough to understand, right? The oppression was pushing back on you so hard. The guy who, black people, we started at the lowest position in every company we worked with. We was the lowest man. No matter how smart you was, you had genius black men working for these companies. He the damn janitor. He was the janitor. He couldn't get in beyond the janitor. He, you know what I'm saying? He's scared to mention something because he need to be able to pay his bills. So he ain't about to go in there and say, hey, I know something. Like, how the hell you know that? He gonna lose his little paycheck he already got to survive for his family.
It was an era in this country where everything you saying is right. But when the era changed and that janitor could say, hey, I know something.
But he wasn't qualified at that point. His paperwork showed that he only been a janitor. I'm like, why the hell should we trust you? You a janitor. You know what I'm saying? He didn't have a chance to go out and get no college degree because he got to put a paycheck together. He got to go and work. Right, he got to damn near drop out of high school and start working to get his family.
That's
together.
When it comes down to chances make champions, and some people got chances.
Well, the numbers show that right now we are the lowest income producing men in society. Black men are the lowest. So I feel like that hasn't changed. That's been since the onset of America. Now they didn't put other people in before us. The Somalians is getting shit. So how the fuck the Somalians get before us? You know what I'm saying?
Anything, man.
What you mean? They're getting government contracts and money for their daycares and all types of shit. Shit black men could never get. Yeah, they are. They have government subsidized programs.
No. You said black men. Let's just say black Americans.
Black American men, but I don't consider Somalians black.
No. I agree with you on that. They from Africa.
Yeah, so the black American men, we never got a chance to get a government subsidized program put in our name. The foreigners had a program, so we're gonna say they went to Somalia and was like, we're gonna give 10,000 for each kid on paper, but we're gonna give the head of the program 2,500. We're gonna take 2,500, and we're gonna leave the other 5,000 for the Somalian kid. They was siphoning off those programs. That's the way
It's
the
crazy
white
that
man did
you're
it.
talking about Somalians, but the white man, a white person was at the head of that like entire like fraud case. Like a white woman, like a white lady, did all of that, and like most people were like Somalis, while a white person like headed that entire fraud thing.
Well, I'm saying a white man put that white woman in position. There's always a man behind a white woman. There's no such thing as a white woman being in front of nothing in America. There was a white man benefiting and creating all of it.
Isn't that
so?
Doesn't that lend more to your point that what?
The white man is the one benefiting at the end of the day. He gonna win,
yeah, because he
no matter what.
So blame Somalis instead of blaming himself, or to
right. But so I'm saying is the black man, we never got to benefit off no program. They let the black women benefit off programs before black men do,
which is to keep us down.
They don't want us playing because they know we know too much. They know that we know way too damn much. They're like, if we give them anything, them boys gonna act different because we've been oppressing them in their face.
And wait a minute, they've been oppressing us and still losing. Because at the end of the day, what's the old saying? You can't keep a good black man down.
No.
I don't know. They kept us down, man. They kept us down. They did their job. I don't know. I don't know. They did a damn good job, man. They oppression work. They
did a damn good job as far as we don't have a Bill Gates type black dude. Yeah, I will give you
not even a Bill Gates, bro. There's not many places you can go where black people, where the neighborhoods where the black man is at the head of it. It's not a whole lot. You can select cities.
Right.
There's select cities where the black man is standing at the front of his community, leading. Like, hey man, we the head. If you want to come through my community, you got to come through me. That ain't happening.
PG County is the only one.
Yeah, it's not too many. You got a few in Dallas. You got a few in Houston,
PG
DC.
County in Maryland.
You got Atlanta. You know, Detroit used to be that, but we see what happened to that. They you know what I'm saying? So they're going to ensure that we don't ever get to stand up on 2 feet. But it's our choice now to recognize it and understand how do we siphon off of that? How do we make sure that we are at the head of something? And my idea is that internationally is where that door is open. Here on American soil, you can't, man, boy. You playing against a monster, 3-headed monster. You can't. Come on, bro. We can't. You playing against something that's a beast that's living too strong. We got to go where we want it and accept it, and we got to get off the American shore. Here on the American soil, we're only going to be seen as the no good, ain't shit brother. And we all know that not to be true. We know more good men than we know bad men. Each of us know more good men than we know bad.
Yeah, but there's no stories about it. There's nothing being told about it. There's no. We don't, and we don't even do it for our own families. Think about how many uncles we got, man. How is it that we can't do something on them and just say, man, you know what, man? Here, this is for you, you know, because I revered my uncles, man. Marvin,
all they did was work. What did they do?
You know what I mean?
Corner, that's valuable though. That's valuable though, because that work is something that some black man never seen. Like I say it all the time. CB, your father General Motors should have a story, have a documentary.
I should have a story about it.
Right. You feel me? How many black men haven't heard of a man working that long and consistently showing up? It ain't about what he ended up with. It's just about being committed to something.
I'm gonna go back to one classic we said a couple shows back. A working man, let alone a black man, is not respected because of today's society.
Yeah, you said it.
A working black man, especially a working man. Let's take just the black out of it and say a working man in today's society is not respected.
Nah, that's not true. You don't think that white boy get respect?
I feel him though. I feel him.
Nah. I see a lot of men that ain't respected, and it ain't got nothing to do with their color. They're not respected in today's society. The bad boy, the drug dealer. Lil Pooh Shiesty, he more respected than the dude that's trying to be an
What kind of
engineer.
what kind of respect you talking about?
I'm talking about in life.
Fear? Is that what you talking about?
Nah, I'm talking about respect.
Not fear. No, not fear.
He did the right thing.
Respect, yeah.
Like he just said, the man was in the plant for X amount of time. He worked a job. One thing I respect about my pop my whole life, the man went to work. Every chance he got, he went to work. You know what I'm saying? So that doesn't get respected. But a person, yeah, he used to be a baller. But you don't respect him now, he got a job. He realized ain't no pension in that. But because of the way the world is set up now, ain't no respect in that.
Well, who do you think is ushering that in, even in our own community? It ain't black men. It's our women. Our own women are the ones pushing it against us that he don't deserve no respect.
By the government.
I wouldn't say it's incentivized by the government anymore, because I feel like a lot of people have left that government system. I feel like we've left that, but it's still to a fashion of that's who they look up to, the man who could live a life that they think is glamorous, right? Okay. Our women are about glam. They want fake hair, fake nails, fake everything, and it's about how glamorous it is. And the shit don't last, right? Glamour is not a foundation to anything. What is real? What's real? Something tangible that I could touch with. We could call a family reunion tomorrow, and 90% of people who are alive are showing up. That's real. It's not glamorous, but it's real. We don't have a lot of real stuff to touch. Like I said, we got few neighborhoods that we can go to black where the men are at the forefront and protecting that society. We don't have that. That's no value.
And now are we saying they upstanding communities, people living good, ain't nobody trying to break in nobody's house, ain't nobody jumping out the bushes?
That's an add-on. Them add-ons, those that's even better. But
that don't come with the rule book.
Yeah, that's even better if we can get all that.
If it's ruled by black men.
Like the gentleman said, working black men aren't even respected in their own house, so society can never respect them. That's the realest thing. So how do we retrain that? Is black men, we have to have discipline on the women that we choose. Too often, I told my homeboy earlier, I said, right now, black men are willing to acquiesce to a woman for her sex. We willing to let a bad acting woman get her way or get power because we are willing to just have sex with her. So what does that retrain her to believe, right? The simps, right? That's what we're going back to, simp culture.
Yeah,
that's what hip hop is becoming. We're going to simp culture. Black men are playing the simps. We are the home of the simp. We are willing to be simps for sex. And until we stand on something, we ain't got nothing. We ain't brothers is super simping. Like we super simping.
I'm gonna say 24 parents said they super simping.
How many men gonna cut off a woman early on if she got a fat booty? Ain't too many men cutting that girl off.
0%.
They gon'
because you know what the next man thinking.
A lot of men don't look at women for brains. Because, and I think that's a lot of it is influenced by the music, social media. You know what I mean? A lot of that is improving. She can have the fattest booty in the world, but if she can't conduct business or strike up a business deal, use a computer, make a spreadsheet, run a business, what are we talking about?
What?
You know,
we
what we talking about?
We weren't taught to look for that in the woman. We were taught.
Well, I mean, it's
songs say. That's what we were taught. What all the songs were saying. Light skin, 5'5", brown eyes,
hazel eyes,
cocoa butter pecan,
hazel eyes. It's just we've been bamboozled, man, by the forefathers of our culture, and once they twisted it all up on us, man. And this is what I wanted to say to my son before he got off, and I'm mad he got off, but I wanted to tell him, the reason why I like the young guys now, the YNs they call them, they have a platform now where they can change this shit and just, you know, I know y'all heard about the Nike Tech to the quarter zips. That's something that's moving forward
Right.
to get away from this bullshit fashion that supposedly we supposed to have, never look professional or whatever. That's something that they can change in this new era. And I think if they use it correctly, they could change a lot of the negative stigmatism that go along with being black.
I'm glad you got a lot of hope because I done seen on a lot of platforms where, I mean, it's 2026 and these YNs ain't trying to hear nothing, man.
But I think they have an avenue to reach each one of them instead of going
But
further.
do you think they're gonna use the platform to do that? No.
I think they are. I think they are. If it's an
Like
if,
I
right?
It's
said,
destruction, man. It's destruction.
But did you hear about the quarter zips, right? Did you or not?
And
I
that
mean,
ain't
did
quarter
anybody
zip
on here?
shit ain't shit. Cause
Oh,
the
but it's
motherfuckers
No,
change
Corey,
what they wear.
but
That
it's
ain't
something.
shit.
It's a start. It's a
it's a
start.
start though. It's a start on
You
something. Yeah.
starting in the wrong place. You starting in the wrong
Well,
place.
it might be the
No,
wrong
that's the right
place.
place. That's the right
A
place. I
a
feel
a
like your
a,
image.
a
Your
quarter zip.
image.
Your image means something.
How many
It's
people wear
almost.
quarter zips?
Mhm.
Corey, a lot of people are buying quarters. That's the thing right now. They
Bro, they
think.
went up, and I know they went up in sales over the Christmas time. I know they did. I
You
know it.
you still see content coming out about the quarter zips. You still see it.
Man, that quarter
So
zip only
it
gonna
is
last for
that,
so long.
I mean, if
but
it's a
it
fashion's fade.
It's a fad, man.
well
It's only gonna be there for a hot second.
I
That
don't
tech
think it's a
lasted for
fad.
years. That was 10 plus years.
I don't think it's
That
a
tech was
fad.
a thing for 10 plus years.
I don't think it's a fad though. I don't think it's a fad. I think it's a beginning to something because like you see in the streaming culture right now, it's a known thing to be yourself. Like that's why the popular kids are the kids who being themselves, the Kai Cenats. Them dudes wouldn't have been popular in 10, 20, 15 years ago. They being themselves, regular guys. Being regular is the new cool. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like you could be
He right.
yourself
He
and
right.
whoever
That
you want to be.
finally, how do you capitalize on that?
Well, it's come from the older guys, right? You got the Camerons, you got the Jay-Z's. They got to come down and acknowledge them. They got to get on stream with them. They got to get on there and say, let's host an event. Of Jay-Z got to host the Quarter Zip Festival, where brothers, we coming out here in quarter zips, and we're gonna have a 3-day camp, and you pay $250 a person. We're gonna get you, you know what I'm saying, some foundational instruction. But that's where the older guys got to come in and hang with the young cats.
Yeah.
It's the same way you do if you go to Silicon Valley. If you go to Wall Street, the OGs pull you in. They come in, the 60, 75-year-olds. Hey, I'm about to take you to the back office and show you what the ropes look like. This
If
is what
and
you got
if
to do moving
and
forward.
that goes down there if they see something in them.
Yeah.
We see something in these kids, though. We see them. Just like Chad said, we
But
see
ain't
that.
nobody's reaching their hand out for these young kids, man.
Well, that's why I said you need them to have it. If you want to make it real, they got to be the ones to reach out.
But that's what I'm saying. It's never going to happen. It's never going to happen.
Yeah. It's a pipe dream. But
I
I
don't
feel
know.
like
Yeah,
if they
because
were to
I
do it,
just seen a clip from San Francisco where about 50 little young kids snatched the guy for telling. All he did was telling him, "Hey, this area you supposed to walk your bike. It's a sign right there." And they beat him up and tried to rob him. It was like 50 of them. All of them young kids in San Francisco. It was like a day or so ago.
well, yeah, we're going to see
Yeah.
more bad before we see good. But I think we're seeing glimpses of what could be because now, guess what? The women are going to start to want the men who can wear the quarter zips. Like, who can show up in the quarter zip? I don't want to see you in the Nike Tech.
No
I
more.
want to see you in the quarter zip. I don't want to date that guy no more.
Yeah.
So I think
I'm
those
telling you, it's
things change.
on. And guess what? That will change trajectories of the mind. I just know it does.
Yeah, because he said it's a fad. So if they want to date them in the quarters, they going out wrong. How about you date somebody or you associate somebody for the content of their character, man or woman?
Well, that's to be built on. That's
You
something to
know,
build on. But I think it's a great start. Better than I didn't seen in the last 40 years.
I'm trying to
I did
tell
not
you.
give you that. I will give you that.
I haven't seen anything in the last 40 years that shows me. Maybe since Jay-Z said stop wearing the jerseys and wearing business casual
Hey,
to the club.
and billionaire Jay-Z told him to stop wearing the jersey. He the dude sold over to Rello.
Jay wasn't no billionaire at that point, though.
Yes. The only thing I respect about Jay-Z is on Death of the Auto-Tune, he told us, if you're a real Jay-Z fan, reasonable doubt, baby, that he was gonna sell out. That's the only reason why I got little respect for him, because honesty to me is everything.
Around with it. We gonna go out with our. Hold on, we got one more comment in the thing. We're gonna read this one. Most of these podcasts are internet plants. Oh, hold on, y'all don't see it yet. Most of these podcasts are internet plants to manipulate, shape, and influence the youth. So basically, a distraction. And in our future shows, we're going to get into words like influencer. And I guess I want to pose a question to the panel. Do you guys think Druski is a influencer, or is he just the comedian? Is he an influencer though?
Both.
Yeah, I would say both.
I say both. And the key word is influencer. And that's the hot thing right now is a platform. You know, Chad, I sent you all the good shit. And everything I send you is something I follow.
Yeah.
I don't care what color he is or whatever, but I send you all the fire I can find. And one of my guys got a thing that said, get on YouTube now.
Yeah.
That's his platform. That's what he's saying on his platform, telling people, if you're going to get in now.
Yeah.
On YouTube to make or say, I don't care what your content about. But like 24 Karat said, that is what's influencing people now. Younger generations ain't watching Fox and CNN like I watch, but I watch all of it. Like you said, most podcasters are internet plants and manipulate. He's right, and he's wrong at the same time. You see what I'm saying? Because
so where he wrong at though, because
well, like he said, I mean, we trying to do it the right way.
Okay, but
I can't speak for the next man.
Most is a word that doesn't include everyone. So he's not saying all, he's just saying most. You know, and our internet plans to manipulate, shape, and influence the youth.
He get 100 for that.
Yeah.
I can't argue that at all.
Me and him already talked about this. This influence word, man, is some real shit that I don't even know if we really understand where we're headed with this word. The word influencer, man, I don't even know if this is a new word. I knew what an influence was. I knew what no, I guess I could say I heard of an influencer. He's a bad influencer.
Hey, let me tell it, Cheddar Bob. You go down. First, everybody was digital creators. Then they was content creators. Now a lot of the elite ones are calling themselves influencers. But what's the next step from being an influencer? A journalist.
I think journalists under influencer. I don't know why.
We're called tastemakers too. We got a tastemaker. He's a tastemaker.
I have heard that word before. I really do.
Yeah,
I've heard that word before. Tastemaker. You like what? What's your taste?
All of these things are just made up things, man. It's just Niggas gonna make up some shit. I'll tell you that. Niggas just gonna make up shit, and that's all it is, man.
24 Karat said, "Man, we said that 10 years ago, and he right."
Yeah.
I mean, you got to think the old heads at one point in time thought we was out of our mind with what we was doing. Now we looking at these new ones, and we really know they out of their mind.
But that's where I'm gonna say I beg to differ, and the only reason why I'm gonna say that is this: it's just like if we didn't have to the hip hop, to hippie to the hip, if we didn't have that, we don't get nothing. You see what I'm saying? So it's a rite of passage of time in everything, because it just like the wheel was not started off as a wheel. Motherfucker had to block. It was a square first. They're like, man, that ain't working, bro.
That ain't gonna work.
We moving, but we ain't going nowhere, really. So
let's make it circular now.
Let's do the circle. I think this circle, if we shave it off on each corner, that motherfucker would be a circle. Oh, so this is what he said though. Influencer equals deceiver, and that's the word that I'm trying to get at, because
that's heavy.
Because the reason why, and I just told y'all, through this music, we were deceived by the influencers that they put in front of us.
The movies, soap operas.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you like this:
series.
Everybody that's my age wanted to be motherfucking Theo Huxtable, and if I'm lying, I'm flying.
I've heard that.
Listen, I know it because he was the most popular black boy in my time. He was the
guy. He was the guy.
Yes. Theo was the guy. Now maybe your situation didn't have you in the same situation as Theo was, with a mom, a dad doctor, and you know what I mean?
But there was a time period during our era where you did admire Theo Huxtable and you didn't want to be Pooh Shiesty. Somehow everybody now want to be Pooh Shiesty and they don't want to be Theo.
And that's where the music, and this is what I'm saying now, the music is fucking over the black community. Only.
The music is just a tool to, it's an avenue, man. Be able to attain the certain riches in life. That's the quickest way to get there. And if that's all you know.
Hey, I don't mean to cut you off, Kenfolk, but let me say something. I got to go to work, but I just want to say this. What Cheddar Bob said about without hip hop, it's a difference between hip hop and the music today. It was real hip hop. It was pure when you heard hip hop, all that.
Hip, don't stop.
Now you have things, you have been influenced. The industry have been influenced to bring out another spirit, a whole nother spirit in the music. So it's a difference when you say the Fat Boys or Dougie Fresh and Slick Rick and all these acts. Now you got Pooh Shiesty and Kodak Black. It's a whole different spirit. So that ain't hip hop. That's not hip hop. That's garbage. Because it's talking about killing, murdering, having sex with women, drugs, and selling dope. And that wasn't Slick Rick. That wasn't Big Daddy Kane. So it's a difference between the era of what they call hip hop now. But that's all I got to say. I got to go to work, man. But I hate it. But yeah, I just wanted to say that.
Thank you for coming to the show. We see you in the comments, but thanks for coming to the show.
Get your marbles, man. Get your cheese.
I think
Hey, I
there's a
hate
new
it, but
generation.
I love it at the same time. You know what I'm saying?
It's a double-edged sword.
You got the best job a guy could ever have.
Yeah, true, but but I miss my fam, so you know how it go, man.
Yeah,
I get it.
I think we got a new generation of young black kids. I got an 11-year-old son, and those kids aren't moved by the gangster rap anymore. They want real lyrics. They want real authentic energy because of the influencers that are influencing them. Like I said,
It's
the
just so few, though. It's just so few. But I get to you.
It's not few anymore because the mainstream guys that's influencing are influencing them to be themselves and travel and be free. The Kai Cenat, the Speed.
Yeah, I'm gonna say ISO Speed and them be on that.
That's the swag now. It's no longer to be ignorant fool. You got to know something. You gotta be able to answer. You have to be able to use ChatGPT. You got to know. You can't just come out just being a fool anymore. Being a fool used to be the influence from 2005 until about a couple years, really the pandemic. But after pandemic, now that ain't influencing them boys no more. Them 11-year-old boys and 10-year-olds, that ain't influencing them.
Which surprisingly is a big gap between 11 and 15 now. The 15 and up, they still on some other from their era.
4 years in music might be 100 years away from each other. 4 years of music may sound 100 years away from each other.
These days.
Shit, in our day, 4 years, we went from niggas and bitches to bitches. I mean, brothers and sisters to bitches and hoes in a matter of one album.
Yeah.
So you can't tell me that was like 100 years, motherfucker. That's how the fuck do you go from my brothers and sisters to bitch? Like it didn't make sense in my brain, and it still don't really, because how did we do this? And then here it go. Nobody says shit. You got a sexy red on there talking about my pussy pink and my booty hole brown, and it's on the goddamn radio.
Come on, man.
And homegirl said her wet ass pussy.
And wet ass pussy.
And our kids can hear that on the radio.
No, they know it. So you think they ain't going to school talking about what's a wet ass pussy? Or do you have a wet ass pussy?
Hey, you know what? The crazy thing about what you just said, she don't even allow her kids to listen to her music, but she'll let your kids listen to it. She won't even let her kids listen to the bullshit that she say on a record.
To make a check.
Let that sink in.
Now that's fucked up. People will give you everything to kill yourself.
No, they don't know. It's called they sold their soul.
No, that's the influencer. You understand? Yeah. That's an influencer right there.
And now they got everybody calling themselves influencers.
But that's the American culture, though. That's the American culture, is to sell you something that they don't even want. That's the whole point. That's the American way. That's not black culture. That's
how you get it. That's how you get rich.
That's the American way. Like, I don't want this, so I'm about to sell you some trash.
So it goes back to my saying, what won't people do for money?
Well, they'll do everything, because the Muslim man will sit there and set up a liquor store and not drink the liquor. He's next door to you. He's in your community selling you liquor. He'll never touch it.
So what
it's
community
haram for him to even sell it?
It's the same as a Chinese man. He's selling chicken. What the fuck do a Chinese know about some goddamn chicken? What do they know? But they selling chicken in your neighborhood. They ain't in the white folks' neighborhood. They ain't in Sherman Oaks and shit like that. They ain't in Auburn Hills. They on 8 Mile. They in there where the black folks at. So they can make merchants of our people. That's what it's all about. Arab selling pork. They selling pork, but they don't eat it.
Hold on, 24 karat. I do want to say, I've been to Asia. The motherfuckers eat chicken just not like how we eat it. They ain't trying to fry it. They eat it in the wontons and all that. But when they get a business over here, they was told black folks like chicken. So, and I had an incident in Florida where I had to tell the dude, not every black person like chicken like that, man. Every time I come in here, you ask me, do I want, he used to say chicken food? You want some chicken food? I said, man, you're going to bring your customers away because you would assume everybody black like chicken.
No, this the thing though. You're right. I agree with you. But what I want to say about this is what you just said is a lot of them don't eat chicken. They be eating rat and shit. They be feeding you, they'll feed you rats and shit, calling it chicken. Tell me I'm lying though. I done seen numerous places Chinese people feeding motherfuckers snake and all that.
Yeah, they do have chickens over there. They do fuck with chicken.
I'm sure they do. A lot of them places they worship chicken. They like the cow in some place. In India, they don't even eat beef, but they worship the cow, so they don't kill cows.
No,
what
they
are they
don't.
eating? So that's what I'm saying. Like you gotta understand who the target is and who basically who the target is. Who are we trying to target? With the music, with the food, they feeding you all kind of. You don't even know what you eating. They call it chicken. But if you don't know what you eating, you don't know what chicken tastes like or look like.
What was we talking about at the beginning of the show? The lab meat.
Lab meat, 3D printed meat.
Well, that goes to our understanding, right? We didn't understand the American way. We were supposed to create hip hop and not consume it. We were supposed to create it and pass it to everybody else.
There you go.
Hey, take this hip hop, man. It's the coolest shit. And run off.
Well, no, you can't say that because that's the only way it was going to survive. If just like country music, they don't sell country music to black people, they sell it to white people and they consume it because that's what they love. Hip hop was made for us. It was made for us to not be influenced negatively, but the powers that be. That's
and
where
it
the
went mainstream, and they saw that they could make a lot of money off of it.
But it wasn't. That was hip hop is a different genre than rap, right? Rap came out. Hip hop.
That's what I was saying. That's what I was saying earlier.
Hip hop is soul and heart and your emotions and your passion. Then it became a subgenre of rap. We was never supposed to consume that part of it. We were supposed to get into that.
I agree. You're 100% on point.
We got caught up into believing that that's real. That's
look, y'all. When I say I see white dudes in Mustangs and nice trucks. Boom, 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 boom. I used to hear that in certain cities and knew it was somebody black. Now, nah. They be somebody white banging the hardest. They banging Pooh Shiesty.
They want to be like us, but not us.
They have to. Yep. I was just gonna say that. Go ahead. See.
They just want to be like us. They don't want to be us. And that's everybody on earth because they don't want to feel the real pain. And that's what's sad about America, that these people know that they put people through stuff. They know that they systematically did stuff, and they don't care about you still. You still don't. They don't give a
Wait. I don't know how many of y'all listen to Michael Jackson, but I'm on hip hop quote it again. All I got to say is that they don't really care about us. What you say? All I got to say is that they don't really care about us.
And it's sad, man. And they know it. And that's the thing.
And you have to look at what he's talking about on the level. Because it's easy to pick, okay, they don't care. No, it's people that don't care about nobody, what color you is, they don't give a fuck.
This is what I got to say to black men. And this is what's funny about life. Everybody else on earth has their last names. This is going to get real deep. Everybody got their own last names. A lot of people that's black don't have their names because you ain't no way in the world somebody black named Mac anything
or Murphy. Murphy.
Murphy.
Murphy is the Irish name.
Man,
What the hell
I
is
done
it?
heard some names in the last 2 weeks that I was like, is this nigga black?
Hell.
Where that name come from? For a
Hey,
last
where
name?
did the name Trice come from? Do you know where did Trice come from? That's an Irish name. What
Yeah,
the black
Trice is
man
Irish.
doing with Trice?
You're not supposed to have these names that don't go with nothing. You'll never see an Asian person last name Jones.
No. I want to correct you because if you call the call center for Spectrum, you gonna get a Chinese man named Ron Jones.
Yeah, but you don't even know if that's him. That's just a name on the screen, on the telephone screen.
I'll tell the coldest story, right? It was this company back during the pandemic. They reached out to me trying to sell some services, and they used like her name was some random American name, and then I set up a meeting. It got on there was a Russian chick, a full-blooded Russian. It's like, oh, that's just the name we create to sell our products, but my real name is Tatiana. Blah, 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 blah.
And that's the real Russian name. Tatiana is one of the names they use. I ain't never been somewhere and seen so many white women with black people's names.
Well, I feel like we that's those things that we haven't picked up on though, right? It's the same thing as producing something like we're producing hip hop or rap. I say rap. And not consuming it. We should use our names that we have on paper, but we should conduct and call each other like we do.
Hey,
CB, AZ. Those are our cultural names.
No. Check this out. This is what to Chet's point, what he was saying. You ain't never heard a black person's name in your life. Ever. Tell me I'm lying. You ain't never heard a black person. You don't know what a black person name is.
I do. CB.
No,
we call him CB.
That ain't. He just told you we got names that's not ours. That ain't our name. That's not what we was originally called. You only know that because you was born here. And I ain't even talking about
African. That's what the fuck we call.
Right, that's a call. I can call you anything, right? I can call you goofy. I can call you stupid. Does that mean that's who you are and what you are? No. These are names that we are being called and we adhere to it like it's fact. And that's what he was going into. But go ahead.
Yeah. No, I follow that. I mean, that's deep on some deeper level stuff.
Yeah.
That's deeper because that changes your vibration of when you receive or who you are and identify with, other than a name that has no meaning, right? My name has no meaning on paper. It wouldn't correlate to who I am. So
right,
yeah,
you on point. That's all he was saying. You on point.
Yeah,
you on point.
It doesn't correlate, and but I think our slight version is our nicknames. Our half version of that is our nickname.
That's our tribal name.
That's our tribal
Remember
name. Is your nickname.
This is like some tribal shit. If you got a nickname, you have been inducted into the fucking Hall of Fame.
Pooh Shiesty
is in the Hall of Fame.
Man, you know that's that man's rap name. Stop it. His name Jamal.
That's his tribal name though.
That's his tribal name. Is Pooh Shiesty.
They call him Pooh. I think his nickname is probably Pooh, and they call him Pooh.
I ain't gonna say it's a tribal name. I will say this. I will say it's a cultural name that was created here.
I don't know. It might be tribal though, because if you go where he's from, he got a tribe. Like you go to his home.
We are, but this is
wait a minute. Y'all know more about him than I do. Where is he from?
We got to start identifying each other that we now all we're black, but we are individually tribed in our black culture.
Okay, so no, you're not wrong. But what I want to direct you to, you're not wrong. We all do. We all have a tribe. But the point is, do you know what tribe you come from?
What tribe? The American one or the
period. I'm talking about black people.
What tribe? Our modern version.
Because what? Because guess what? I'm gonna tell you this. The tribes came from black people. We the only people that have a tribe. How about that?
No,
does that not go back to the Indians and the Africans?
The Africans,
They're the same person. It's the same person.
They the same people. Check this out.
But the tribes.
But I'm saying, listen to what I'm saying. Hear what I'm saying though. Black people, not Africans, because all skin folk ain't kinfolk.
We agree.
Okay? So now, black people, when we say black people, what are we normally talking about? The people here in America. We're not talking about right. That's it. We the only people that have tribal names.
Right.
Now, you can have people calling themselves a tribe, but we the only people
Why you say
that got a tribal that belong to tribe. Now, what tribe do you come from?
Well, I'm saying the Yoruba have tribes. The Yoruba, the Nigerian culture.
Okay,
they have tribes.
You got all right. What tribe do they come from?
I mean, from the Shanti tribe.
Okay, Ashanti. Guess what? Those are Negroes. Them are your brothers and sisters. Those are the ones that was left over there. So now you have Ethiopians. They have tribes too, but they ain't got nothing to do with. They ain't got nothing to do with the Yoruba, the Benis, the
Ashanti. Different tribes.
Right.
Yeah, but they don't have that. They adopted the word tribe. We were the only ones given tribal names from the beginning. That's what I'm getting at.
Well,
that's what I'm getting at.
I don't know. The Ethiopians had Sunni, not Sunni. I think they Sunni. I don't know, but they have their subdivisions.
That's Sunnis is Sunnis and Shiites. That is a religion. That's not a tribe. Those are
no. The Ethiopians have tribes. They have tribes.
Listen. Hear what I'm saying.
What are you ultimately trying to say?
That's what I'm hearing. Listen to me good.
You going to circle, man.
Nope. Black folks are the only ones that have tribal names. Now, people can call themselves a tribe, but that's not a tribe. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I can call myself this. We call ourselves gangsters. I'm a thug. I'm this. I'm a killer. That ain't who you are. You can call yourself any motherfucking thing. But who are you? Where do you come from? What is your culture? What's your heritage? That's the difference. Now, just like Cheddar Bob said earlier, all nations want to be like us. They take our style, they take our dance, our music. They want to be us, but they don't want the struggle from us. That's the difference.
Well, that's the point of the Bible, right? They're saying that that's who we are, the West Africans, right? That's who, on a deeper level, that's who we are. We are the original creators of all the cool things and swag.
Right. So listen, you're right, and I'm glad you said it, because that's where you know who you are. That's where your tribe name come from. God gave it to you. Right. You see, look at my hat. Look at my hat in my PTR.
Right. Now, I got a question.
Judah.
If knowing our tribes,
hold on.
What does that do for us now?
That does everything. Hey, listen, knowing who you are changes the whole world. What do you mean?
Yeah, that changes all of it. Because now I can identify without even trying. If I don't even try, I don't have to guess. I know. Yeah.
Exactly. That changes your whole mind. That changes your whole thought process. That changes your way you walk, the way you live.
Your whole map. Your map is
everything. Knowing who you are, that's more than having $1 billion.
Well, see,
that's more than having $1 billion.
But listen, though, that's where it get caught up into like the hip hop, the things we were saying earlier. Because we couldn't identify at that lost time, we raised all our children to be lost too. So girls don't know what to look for when they look for a man. You look for a man to know who he is. Who is his? That's the money. They looking for intangible things that they can touch. Who does that man know who he is? The man has to look for a woman.
We picked the wrong women too, because we don't know who we are. We don't know what our woman is supposed to be like, look like, and walk like, and talk like.
Well, yeah.
So that's the same. It worked both ways. At the bottom line, we've been destroyed here. We don't know who we are, where we come from. We don't know our homeland. People say Africa. Africa is a continent. It's 56, 57 countries in Africa. Which one do we come from?
All
You
of them.
understand? No,
Well, I think we are dispersed.
we was dispersed. We was dispersed to all of them.
We come from
But where do we come from? You see that?
That helps. I don't
I
think
don't
that
know.
always will.
You don't know where you're going until you know where you come from.
Our counterparts know the street that their great grandfathers and mothers were born on. They know
The one that they stole, their great grandfather stole. They know what.
I can't say all of them stole it because a lot of them came as immigrants and poor.
A lot of people came to this country as immigrants.
Yeah, that's the safe thing to say. But guess
in
what?
the early days.
This is the thing. How did they? This is what I want to say, and I ain't saying that you're wrong, but what I'm saying is when you say that, it was people here before they got here that wasn't allotted the benefits and the opportunities that they got when they got here. A lot of them got $500 to come over here, and they was given land and they was given property when they got here. So, but the people that was here, they didn't get nothing. They still asking for 40 acres in the mule. So
Wait. Don't that translate to right now?
How about this? I'll ask this up. Were we supposed to get something?
Well, it was their land. This is our land. We was here.
But I took it from you. But listen, I took it from you though. I took it from you.
Yeah, I was gonna say in a world with no real laws,
I took it from you. So you don't get nothing. And I think as men, we have to understand that about ourselves.
Right. So this is what I'm saying. It's not about
we didn't lose. We lost.
Let me tell you this. I want to say this. You're right. If somebody took it from you. But what I want to say is this. It's about right and wrong. So listen, if somebody come and take your house and you work 20 years and paid all this and put all this money in this house and they come take it, would you just say, well, it wasn't mine?
in the modern era, there is laws
But what I'm
against
saying,
that.
if I fight,
No,
if I
it
fight
ain't.
for
There were no laws.
It still ain't no law.
and I lose.
It still ain't no laws. Because guess what? They can still come take. If you anything you pay taxes on, they still can come take it. Right now today, it ain't nothing you can do. But that ain't right. I ain't saying that. I know that's the reality, but I'm speaking from an aspect of, damn, that's fucked up. And guess what? Even though we can't do nothing about it,
well, it's no different than how we feel as Americans.
But this is
when the people they brought over here.
This when you get to know who you are, because you identify with. Okay, I look at my phenotype, my body, my physique. My forefathers were warriors. These brothers was fighting on the front line. Whoever my DNA match up to, I'm a warrior. I'm a fighter. I know that combat is for me. So understanding that, nobody owe me nothing.
I never said nobody owe you.
So what if you come from a tribe of bitches? What if you come from that kind of tribe?
Whole ass nigga.
A whole ass nigga.
You a whole ass nigga.
What if your fathers were some bitches?
Hey,
you a whole ass nigga. Okay.
What is the whole ass nigga tribe?
What is some whole ass niggas?
Now we
We all know some whole ass niggas. We all know some whole ass niggas. You can only identify with whole ass nigga shit. That's what you do every day. The niggas who doing whole shit around you, that's the whole nigga tribe. You can't be who you are.
Hey,
you only can identify with
you come from a tribe of bitches.
I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying, but that ain't. But you just said I come from a tribe of warriors. I'm a warrior. Yeah. So if you identify as a whole ass nigga or a bitch type nigga, that's on you.
That's the tribe you come from.
That ain't the tribe.
You can't help
what tribe,
nigga.
What tribe is that? Okay, so if somebody came from that tribe,
tribes go extinct.
Listen, no,
not all of them.
The tribes are still here.
I'm a ghost. They got a host. They got a host.
It's in your gene.
You got a host.
It's in your genome structure.
Genome structure. Your ass gonna keep fighting to be a whole ass nigga. You're fighting to be a whole ass nigga.
This some bitch right here. This some that bitch.
So right and wrong. There's no such thing as right and wrong. Right and wrong is what your tribe does. You create that for your tribe. You can't tell me what's right and wrong over here. I create what's right and wrong. You feel me? You can't come tell me what's right or wrong. That's subjective
no.
to your
See,
tribe.
now you
My
getting
tribe
off
don't
of what I
operate
said.
on that. We fuck
I ain't
niggas up.
trying to tell nobody who's right and wrong. I said, listen,
My tribe takes shit. Your tribe just let shit happen.
what?
So what black men right now are scared to go up against the white man. That's the truth. That's the foundation of it. We scared to go up against the white man. We looking like some hoe ass niggas. If you scared to go in that white room and do what you need to do, you probably ain't built for this. You probably ain't built for this. This game ain't for you. You about to move off the continent, brother. You can't compete.
Niggas just want to talk, man. I'm sick of hearing niggas talk.
You gotta go in there and take it. You gotta go in there and take it. And that's
they
what
ready to
black
take
men,
some shit.
You gonna get.
Hey,
they're gonna get
what
you.
is the thing? What is
They
the
gonna
thing?
get you.
What is the thing? If that's the case, then it should be whoever tribe that ain't a hoe ass nigga. They should have already had their shit there.
Yeah,
but
we've been having shit. We've been having
shit, baby.
We've been having shit over here. I don't know about losing.
Why you think it's some of the richest black men in America today, right now? Because they went and took shit.
Because guess what? But they took shit. They took shit. But guess what?
Y'all niggas ain't take shit. Y'all niggas ain't take shit.
Whatever they got, the money that they got that's rich, it got a white man face on it.
No, it ain't about the money. See,
it ain't about the money, bro.
We talking
but
about
they got a white man face on it.
We talking about fruit off the tree. We talking about vegetables out the ground. I'm having shit. We got it over here. We got land. We got all of that shit. So you gonna get it? That's on you. That's on you and your whole ass.
I don't give a damn who get the face on the motherfucker.
Hey, Jay-Z is on the bottom. He got $2 billion. But Jay-Z is on the bottom. Because he ain't got no money with his face on it. Ain't nobody paying Jay-Z taxes.
Well, what I'm saying is it's up to him to do with his money to make sure his tribe can eat forever. That's up to him. That's up to him.
This is the thing. It's not his money because they can come take it anytime they want. Look at what they did to Kanye. Look at what they did to Bill Cosby. It's got their face on it. It's their money.
But you can't take the knowledge, brother. I ain't
talking about the knowledge. I ain't speaking about the knowledge.
You can't take a
You was
person
talking
mind,
about
man.
riches. You was talking about riches. I'm telling you,
having shit. I'm talking about having shit.
Okay, having shit. They still can take it. If you got to pay taxes on it, they still can take it.
In America, we've proven that it's been proven that anything can be taken from anybody at any given time.
So does anybody really own anything that you don't got no money with your face on it? Ain't nobody paying you taxes. You don't make no laws. You don't control shit. So you just a lucky nigga that got some money. But guess what? They can still take it.
Well,
they can still take
it. I'm saying on different levels, I agree with you saying on the tangible.
No, I ain't saying it to disagree, man. I'm just telling you the truth. You know what I mean?
Well, no, I believe in that too. But what I'm saying is having the knowledge is even knowing yourself to a spiritual level. Like you can't we having it, meaning that I know who I am, I know who I belong to, I know my creator. So I know the message that I'm supposed to pass off when I meet other people. I know what I'm supposed to tell them and bring the energy. You get what I'm saying? It's on so many levels of having it. It's not just you know what I'm saying? Like we understand.
I can agree, but
you can take me anywhere to Nova Scotia. I'm gonna be
the only reason why I spoke is because we was talking on the subject of riches. Now, what you're saying now, I 1000% agree. Knowing who you are, that's your riches. That's something that they can't take from you. They can't.
That's why I said we started with
being
that.
rich is something that they cannot take from you.
Yeah. But what you're saying like right or wrong, like what the people here didn't get, or the black men we didn't get certain things, like right or wrong, they took it from
you. I didn't see you just doing what I'm saying. I ain't saying that nobody owe us nothing. I'm saying that this was ours. We was here first.
But it got took though. It
got took. So that's what I'm saying. We gotta accept we lost. You get what I'm saying?
No,
like,
it ain't. You can't say you didn't lose.
The Somalis say Minnesota is theirs, and this was promised to them in some sort of prophecy.
Well, who believe in that prophecy besides them?
They say that Minnesota is theirs, and it was promised to them from promised land.
Who said that, brother?
The Somalis.
The Somali, man, get the fuck out.
They say that Minnesota was promised to them in some sort of prophecy.
Where's that prophecy coming from?
Who wrote that prophecy?
Where did that prophecy come from?
I said some bad prophecies.
Right.
We gotta have a list.
Bro,
we gotta go out there and rank the worst prophecies. We gotta start ranking prophecies.
Hey, Ilhan Omar said that on Nationwide TV.
All right, brother. All right.
That this was their land in Minnesota, and it was promised to them.
Who said it though? Somebody had to say it.
Ilhan Omar.
No, facts. I believe that. I believe that they promised them that. Because that's what America do. They sell promises. We the home of the promises.
No, they saying that according to some with their religion that this was
that's where religion. That's where you fell off the horse at.
Or whatever type of Muslim they is.
And no religion. Ain't no prophecies and no religion on the earth, man. So we got to just say.
But I'm saying that's where religion in the U.S. work hand in hand, though. They work hand in hand. They work as one. They identify under their foundation.
Their religion is of the devil. Their religion is of the devil. That's why they do wicked shit and evil shit.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying
they got 5
wives.
wives.
Promised something.
Right, 5 wives. What type of shit is that?
They got
that's the Old Testament, though. That's the Old Testament, though. So
well, guess what?
Man. The New Testament is us. We're the New Testament. We're the New Testament.
Listen, the Old Testament was not righteous to have, because in the book of Kings, it tells you that a king should not multiply wives unto himself. So even when King Solomon had all them women, God was against that. And that's why the kingdom fell. So he was not, just because you do something in the Bible, that don't mean it was right or it was good with God. God punished. Remember, he punished David when he took Bathsheba from the man and tried to get it and got him killed in war. Man, do you know, if you keep reading the book of Psalms and all that, David was crying ever since that happened. His son was fucking his wife. His son that he had with Bathsheba, God killed him. He went through hell behind that shit. So it wasn't like he was supposed to do it. Yeah, we did it because we was kings, but God said, you know what? I'm gonna punish you for that because I told you that's not how it go. So
I also want to clarify that the Somalis follow the Quran.
Yeah, that's garbage.
But I ain't
the Quran. Anyway. The Quran is the meaning of Quran is to recite. What is the Quran reciting? Because the Bible, the Quran came 600 years after Jesus Christ, not Moses, not Adam. It came 600 years after Jesus. So what are they talking about in the Quran? They talking about
whatever they was told that Minnesota was their promised land.
Man, get the hell out of here. They don't say nothing about Minnesota. Ain't even in the Quran. You can't find Minnesota in the Quran.
Right. It was funny when I heard it. I was like, what?
Okay, man. Don't be listening to everybody. Don't listen to everything on the internet, bro. Please.
I seen the lady say it on live TV.
But I can see how somebody would believe that. I ain't saying I believe, but I see how somebody could believe it. Because a lot of
people, she said it right on TV.
It's called influencers.
What I'm saying is,
that's how motherfuckers believe that.
Listen, y'all. There's been so many books that's been burned that we don't even know the half of it. We only know the leftovers. How many books have been burned, y'all? How many treaties and blood was put on books that we don't even know about?
Hey, listen.
So we can't even start to act like we know. You don't know.
No, you
got it burned up. That book was burned.
This is what it says. God said this in the Bible. He said, "Hold on to that which is now, what I've given you, because that's enough. You don't need to know everything. Everything ain't meant for you to know right now. So what you have, what is left, what God preserved for you, He said, hold fast to that until I come." So it don't matter what books they got rid of. We gonna find out what it is when it's our time to find out. Everything ain't for us to know right now. You know, it's just like your son. You don't tell your son everything because he don't need to know. Everything is on a need to know basis.
But over time, he needs to know. Over time, he needs to know.
He's gonna know, and over time, It just ain't right now though. That's the point. Remember, you would say this to your son. You will say this to your son. Son, you will know, you will learn when it's that time. When you get older, you're gonna see what I'm saying. So it ain't for him to know right now because he might not be able to receive it.
But I'm supposed to tell him even if he can't receive it.
Well, guess what? Yeah, you can tell him. Just like I'm on here telling you some certain things. It's because I'm supposed to say it. Whether you receive it or not, you'll get it when it's time for you to get it. You understand?
Sure, right?
So what if you
were promised something and look at you talking about the Somalians or whatever, but what if you was promised something and it's passed down through your family and generations that, hey, this was promised or this was this, and they had it in a book, but it got lost in war, but just believe and know that it's going to come true. So when we bump into people who have that understanding, we have to start to respect and value that to some extent. That's where cultures be able to coexist under one nation. We got to be able to coexist with all our other people to have some empathy, and I don't have to have all of it, but some, and understand on the better coexistence. Because right now we're not coexisting very well. We're pushing back because I don't know. I don't have that answer.
And you know why? You're 100% right. Zephaniah chapter 2 verse 1. It tells us, gather yourselves together. Gather yourselves together, O nation not desired. So he's telling us that, yes, you're going to go through tribulations. You're going to get beat up and you're going to get beat down. But this is our punishment. But if you come together and love on one another and help each other till I come, because I'm going to come and right all the wrongs that happen. There's no way you can get away with your iniquities. Whatever you did, whatever thing you did, good. If you put out good coming back. If you on some bullshit, guess what's gonna come to your front door? Some bullshit. Just wait on it. It's coming. Yeah, a lot of us don't believe because it ain't happened yet. Shit, I'm good. Okay, keep on with that mindset if you feel that's on you. But it's coming.
Some finna shake in the world.
It is coming. It's coming. I'm gonna just say that.
What I'm saying,
and I gotta go clock in. But it's coming. It's coming.
Some of us are helping each other prepare better than others, right? That's where the issues
I get
come.
it. That's true.
That's where the issues come.
I've been telling Money, JOE, this for how long, Money?
You would definitely some years.
Okay. So I've been on this thing, and but people don't listen to me because they think I'm crazy. They think I'm just a drug dealing, gun toting, bullshit nigga from Saginaw, Michigan.
Man, ain't nobody for real, unless they primitive as fuck. Really think about your old ass. Ain't nobody thinking that. If they thinking that about you now, they need to stay where they at.
Well, I'm just saying, I done ran into it. I done had it. So I've been talking to, man, my nephew. If those that don't know, this is my family. My nephew is Cheddar Bob, right? So, but he knows. You can ask him, and I'm sure y'all his cousins. You know what I'm saying? So I know y'all mothers and probably y'all fathers or y'all mothers for sure. But people will look at me like I'm that same guy 30 years ago.
They don't want to accept.
But they don't understand. So when I say things, what I say, they'd say, "Oh, this nigga crazy. What's wrong with him? He didn't do it." I remember when he used to be over there, blah, 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 blah. No, that guy is dead. That guy is dead, and he's never coming back.
But you know what's the fresh part about that? You know the fresh part about that? That's, for me to hear from outside looking in, is that, you were first of a kind. So it's like, that's the beautiful thing about it. Like you and whoever you were in that title, you were the first to it. So you get to set the narrative better because you got to go through it and you can make sure it doesn't go on in your existence around you again, right? Like certain people who have that ability to frame you like that, you have an ability to help people not look at people like that no more.
Hey, what's your name, man?
Grand Chance.
Damn, I'm at work. Hold on.
The Jets.
He got the best job in the world.
Hell yeah.
Well, it's a good job, but you know what? Now they got me. I'm an inspector now, and it's tedious as hell, man.
Hey, old man, congratulations.
So, but yeah, man, it's yeah, man. Listen, I like what you said, man, and that's true. So that's why what I know, I try to share it because I love my people, man. I love my people. I love my family, and I want to see us all be on top. But it's a certain way we're gonna have to go about it. And it's coming though. Like I see it. I've seen it, man. So I'm not discouraged. I just need to keep telling and showing and proving that this is the way. You know what I mean? And if they get it, they get it. If they don't, I'm praying for them. You know what I'm saying?
We're gonna have our closing statements right now. Hey, Black man, do you want to go ahead and say something before we get off? And you want to give any shout outs, anything like that, or anything? It doesn't matter. But do you got anything you want to share with the?
Hey, I want to say this, and I'm gonna be done because I got to clock in. As of January 1st, I'm down 30 pounds. Oh, health is wealth, man. Health is wealth.
Congratulations.
That's great.
Beautiful.
That's what's up.
That's a good coach. Health is wealth. That is great. Everybody really.
And I join you on the closing argument to saying, great show from a group of intelligent men, let alone Black men. And it's once again, Cheddar Bob, a pleasure to be on the Happy Face podcast. I can't say it enough.
Listen, we're doing better, man. I'm telling you, everything is going to work out how it's supposed to work out. We just got to stay consistent, and things are going to be very, very awesome. Cortland and Chandler, one of y'all can go first. Anything y'all want to say to the people that's listening or on the panel? Anything you forgot? Anything that's on your mind before we get off and come back for another show?
Yeah, I want to say, I'm so happy that I'm able to have this kind of conversation right now. So thank you for everybody who's sharing their energy to host the panel. It's beautiful because it's not often that I get to have this moment of clarity into a spiritual realm, into a intellectual realm, and cultural realm every day. So I appreciate y'all sharing y'all energy, sharing the vibes, sharing the times, and anybody listening, get you your people that you can have your conversation that's gonna move you, and find that vibe and stick with that vibe as often and consistent as you can, because it does release a energy within yourself that you can find more and be creative and do whatever your passions and purpose is on this earth. So this is what this fueling for me right now is my passion. I want to do better. So thank y'all.
Oh yeah. Oh, cuz before you get off, let them know what you've been doing too lately. I think it was in the schools you were telling me about. Just a small insight.
What down here in Dallas?
Yeah. You said you're gonna start working with some kids or something?
Right. So we've been working down here in the city of Dallas with a local middle school and elementary. And so what we've been trying to do is pretty much set up just like beginning and end of what they're going to see when they get in their work field, and understand it from a ground up perspective, because they need to be informed about what's happening in the current workforce and landscape with AI and information, and how to protect yourself. And once you go on the internet, how to just understand what's out there. And so that's what we're working with the young men and women to get that landscape, because it's dangerous once you get on this internet. You're getting emails from spam all day. Once you sign up for a website, it's so much out there. So it's just we're working on that kind of stuff. And I was going to mention that earlier about how we're on these platforms sharing information, but it's like we do have to grow into the space of protecting our information, getting servers, private servers. I think that's something every man should have a private server in their house, where you have your own internet for your children to log into, and have a firewall and protection to their internet access to their Wi-Fi
server. You are
server.
the first person I've heard ever mention that. That's cool.
If you get your one, it could probably cost you in today's market about $10,000, about $500 monthly. And you can have your own setup, and you can have your own internet access where only certain outsiders can get into your server and you get to filter through their website history to know if they're spam and things like that. So it's so many things like that we got to start opening up and talking about with our younger kids. And so when they get around 18 is normal. And that's what we trying to do.
Right.
Damn it, he didn't even get to Cortland didn't even get to say his last rotation. But I'm gonna end it with this. Druski, you actually made the week. You took over the conversation over the Corey Holcomb and Anton Daniels. Keep doing your work, man. Keep making us laugh. Keep making us having these uncomfortable conversations or conversations that are needed. Our spiritual, our spirit is under attack, guys. We're going to see a lot more things play out in this in the world, and we're going to be able to actually pinpoint them and say, "Wow, things are actually going to get happening more and more, and it's just going to be a norm." But at the same time, we still have to band as brothers. We still have to band and unite, and it's just we're gonna have to do it. I thank you guys for coming and giving me your time, so we can have these conversations as well. Chandler, I want to thank you for inspiring me as well. Also, Black Hands inspired me as well. Even AZ Mazone, even JOE, Cortland, everybody inspires me. And that's the thing where I think that us as Black men, we have to start feeding off of each other. We just must utilize each person's best attributes, and we must come together like a Voltron, but it could be 50 of us, and we're moving like one. So it's just one day we're gonna get there as a community, as a panel, even as a people of all people. One day is going to happen to where we can just be together, and we see people and we help them. Like I said, I say it all the time. We want to be kind because we want to give out the same energy that we want back. This is a world where respect is really a thing. We really jump up at the word respect. Like, we really want that. So to get it, you must give it. So that's it's easier said than done, because some people are lacking. So and the last thing I want to talk about is like how energy can be taken from one human being to the next. It's like, I know probably every one of us on here probably smoked before. And when you have a bad lighter, two bad lighters, and then you light one and strike the other one, now this lighter is lit and this one is not lit anymore. But this is the one with the flick, but this is the one with the gas. And it's like, that's all we're doing is taking from people. We're not giving what we want to get. And once people start to understand how to give what they want, it may sound like you're losing at the beginning, but if you're getting what you want in the end, give. So if we can all think of that in this one mindset, as we work together as a unit and we move further. If you close your fist up, your hand up, it's a fist. It's stronger than a slap. We must acquire these attributes about coming together. But and another thing, if you're going home tonight, drive safe. It's really snowy out here in Michigan. It's really cold. It'll probably be negative 15 or something like that tomorrow. If you're at work, have a great night at work. If you're heading home, be safe. If you're heading in, be safe. And we will be having another show. And please join us again. And if you're out there and you're watching, please subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, push that like button, share it with somebody for us, and so we can start growing. You can read across the bottom, subscribe to Happy Face Podcast on Spotify, donate to the show, $ Tycoon brand at Cash App. Like I said, I want to thank you guys for another great show. Happy Face Podcast, Happy Face Podcast, Happy Face
Podcast.
Till the next time. Thank you, guys. Money, thank you, man. And thank you, Chan. You hear me, Chandler? Already. I take y'all out with a freestyle tonight. Let me see what I'm gonna do. Druski. What you got from Druski? Hit him with that motherfucker. Got the fucking church crazy. Gucci. Because Druski did a backwards centipede. You see. Correct. Next time to the podcast with Justice Girl from Hollywood World and my co-host Ace, my smallest podcast, Chandler, J.O.B., Cortland, everybody out there. Shout out to my cousin, and of course, you already know. Check us out next time.